Fuck you, Dave. Goofy ass. Fuck you with your goofy ass, nigga. Yo, Bronx. How you let that motherfucker beat you in here, bro? That ain't like you. That ain't like you, bro. I had to fix. Well, I ain't had to fix no food. I had to fix me some tea and heat up my leftovers for last night because I don't feel like cooking no breakfast. So I'm gonna eat some. In her skin, drinking gin. When she jump out, I jump in. Yo, Dave, where's your woman at all? You on my channel asking me about my women. Where your women at? Huh? Most women don't like to fuck with little dirt bags like you, bro. Most women don't like little sleazeballs like you. Do you even have a woman? Hey, albino or whatever you want to call her. You know I got a woman. This is a fact, right? You know this to be true. But for you, hey man, that shit is all speculative. It is all circumstantial. You may or may not have a woman or a man. Like oatmeal. Some people like their oatmeal lumpy. Like mashed potatoes. Some people like their mashed potatoes lumpy. You know? If you like your woman looking like a bag of grits, more power to you. If your woman looks like a punching bag, that's your problem. You know? Each to each their own. Mm. Man, that shit good. Mm, 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 mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. We don't need to. Mm. Got some chicken in my teeth. Oh, that shit is not tasty. It's delicious. Ooh, man. You ever had cranum? Some cranum? You know what that is? It's a tree from southeast Indonesia. You take the leaves and grind it down, and you make some tea out of it. And it makes you feel. Got that cranum tea for breakfast. And some platanos. Mm, mm, mm. Hey, man. Indonesian, Cambodian, all the same, man. Southeast Asia. Mm. 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 Hey, man. Just because y'all breakfast ain't delicious like mine, there's no reason to be jealous, man. There's no reason to be jealous over my breakfast. Cause my shit tastes like I'm tap dancing through heaven. All right, that's all. I ate all of it now. Woo, woo, boy. Damn, that shit been good. I don't even know what to do with myself right now. I feel like I should take a damn nap. I feel like a little baby. Damn. Mm, 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 mm. Um, then the Cranham tea, except I got two different kinds of tea bags in here, yo. I got some perfect peach and some lemon ginger. So I got peach lemon ginger tea. Oh my god, bro, this shit is just like, man, it got my taste buds confused as shit, but they happy. Mm. Oh yeah, that's that Cranham. Wine, a little dub to create imagination. It's always good to create imagination. Siberian tea, I don't think I've ever tried some Siberian tea, but I'd be more than happy if you send me some, because if you send me some, I'll definitely drink some damn Siberian tea. I even drink it with my pinky out. Oh man. Mm. Where the fuck is my grinder? Son of a bitch. I gotta go get a grinder. Ugh. I shall return. use your hand, Skywalker. Nobody use my hand to grind up no blood, man. That's old school shit. Being they like for hours, ain't nobody trying to do all that, man. We got technology now. You know what I'm saying? We got CNC machines. You program the CNC machine, you drop in a little piece of metal, and it'll make this shit for you. So you ain't gotta. Use the force. Your grinding force. And then you take the doobie, and then you light that shit with your lightsaber. The whole shit goes up. This motherfucker say 3D printed weed. Mm-mm. Oh yeah, you seen that, Keith? Mm-hmm. Make it stick together like that. Get it nice and sticky. perfection. Perfection. Nothing less than perfection. And I still got this tea. Oh shit, the tea. All right. Gotta cleanse all the bad spirits. Mm-hmm. Here, you want some? You're welcome. Motherfucker said COVID. And for my next painting, oh yeah, that's all the way original. Oh yeah, and my girl got me these right here. Some paint pens. I've never used these before, but I might try them out on the other painting because there's some real fine print that needs to go in there. Exactly. Damn. I'm better now. Don't worry about it. I'm better. What's good with everybody on this good Sunday morning? Well, it's Sunday morning for me, at least. Is this not connected to the speaker? Yeah. When I wake up, I try to be creative. You only got one life, ain't no use in waiting. No more debating on how you gonna do this. Just put all your work in and try to be the truest version of yourself that you can be. Yeah, let them see all the talent that you possess. Inside of me is a bright light, and I'ma let that shit shine. You might get blind if you stand too close, so take behind like. Yeah, yo, man, what up? Corny freestyles on a Sunday morning. Oh. On that crown, yo, this shit be having me feeling so nice. Yeah. I believe you want that song. I don't know, man. I like it. I like this song. It make me feel good. Yeah. This how I start my day, hustle and motivate. You know I roll a doobie, I gotta elevate. Ooh, this how I start my day, hustle and motivate. Oh, roll a doobie then, you know I elevate. This how I start my day, hustle and motivate. I roll a doobie then, you know I elevate. I elevate, yeah, you know I elevate. Exclusive.
Oh, Kurt, thank you so much. You are such a dear. Man, you're...
channel, yo. If you go to my YouTube channel, and go to my playlist. And I got a playlist called Beats. If you go to my Beats playlist, these are all the beats. I got them all saved on one playlist. It's like 100 and something beats on here. My mixtape fire, that shit be poppin'. You can't deny it, nah, ain't no stopping. These hardcore flows, man, they be so cold. My instrumentals, nah, they never sold. The story always told, it's never given. It's freestyle, homie, this shit is never written. And what they say, it comes off the top of the dome. I'm in the third floor, sitting up in my own home, yeah. In my studio, I get it cracking. I'm on the crane, ooh, I'm just relaxing. I'm steady smacking them cheeks, then started laughing. Cause I get the giggles when I'm glowing on the wiggles, ooh. Corny freestyles on a Sunday morning. I ain't put no deodorant on this morning. Oh shit. Warm in here, I started fucking sweating.
What this does is to prove once again.
Tasha, baby, look at you. You think you're so damn smart?
It's only been in recent.
Motherfucking happy as hell. He got that beat now. Happy, he about to go crazy on that beat. Watch. It's all good. You welcome. You welcome for me finding all the hot beats for you. Yo, my beat list too crazy, bro. What the other show? Yo, Blue Water, what up? Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Corny Freestyle Sundays. I had a hard bar, had to write that shit down, so I might not use it, but I definitely don't want to forget it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh shit. How everybody feeling, yo? Cause I'm about fried this morning. Well, I got y'all all in here. Check out this new art. Yeah, let's check out this new art. Yeah, let's check out this new art. I stay at it. It comes from the heart. Yeah. I got a brand new canvas. It started yellow. Now I'm about to manage this underpainting. I slap a little gray on that, a black controller, and you know where it's at, PS4, cause I can't get a 5, that shit is some jive. How the fuck can I survive without that new gaming console? Yo, who got a PS5 yet? No? Shit. Alright, so the last paint we finished was the Todro, part 1. So I got like 3 canvases I need to varnish. Yeah, I got 3 paintings that still don't have varnish on it yet. This doesn't even have a wire on it. But this should be all the way dry now. Better to wait, yo. Cause nobody can't get this shit, bro, man. Yo, there was 5 at a local Target. My homie hit me up. He was like, "Yo, Target just had a PS5 drop." I hit on my local Target. There was 5 in there, yo. And then I was like, I put that shit in my cart, but I ain't had my card information. By the time I got my card information in there, yo, them shits is already gone, yo. I was like, you some bitch, yo. Lou, what it do?
Tonight, I'll be eating the pork bone meat with extra jalapeno.
No, you won't.
Thanks, baby. Yeah, we about to get spicy for this virtual day.
What? Yeah, I swear, yo, you can't even get it out your cart fast enough, yo. Yeah, I liked your drawing, bro. You got some good stuff coming out, man. So this was the last one I did. Matter of fact. Yeah. I've been painting for like 11 years, bro. 11, 12 years, something like that. Yeah, I've been painting for a while. About 11 years. I've been doing art my whole life, yo. You know what I'm saying? Ever since a little kid, I always liked to draw, man. Ever since the child, man. That was my shit, yo. Just drawing, coloring books. I was just that kid, that art kid. But damn, like I dropped out of high school. I was a fucking knucklehead for a long time, yo. I ran the fucking streets, drug dealer, all this shit. Trying to be a drug dealing rapper and all that shit, man. That shit ain't work out. And then later on in life, I got back into my art, yo, and I just started painting, and I've been painting ever since. Oh nah, I won't never give it up no more, yo. Like I said, I gave it up one time already. You know what I'm saying? I didn't create art for years. Like I say, like for about 10 or 12 years, I didn't even think about art, yo. I was just fucking hustling and drug dealing and making music and shit. But yeah. But then when I got back into my art, like I had to make a choice. Like, am I gonna make music or make, visual art? Because music is art too. Writing is an art form. You know what I'm saying? Writing is a very, very intensive art form. And I love to write. I love to read. But I think I'm a better painter than rapper. So it only makes sense for me to focus on where my strengths are at. I can write a song, but it's challenging for me to write. You know, and I can make an okay song, but it takes me a long time to write a fucking song that sounds good. But I can just paint. Like, painting is easy for me. It's not like I do try to challenge myself with my art, but it's still not like, I don't think it's as hard as writing. To be a creative writer, man, you gotta be good, man. And I try to photograph all my art too. Like, I took this picture myself, but then trying to learn photography, that shit not easy either, yo. Like, photography is an art form within itself. Like, photography is a very intensive, creative, expressionistic art form, and like, to master that shit, it takes years and years to master photography. Like, I've been taking my own pictures for years, and it's like, I still feel like I can get an okay image, an image that's good enough for me that I feel like I can paint that. But it's like, I don't know. I still know, like, I admire other photographers who that's all they do is focus on photography. Like, you can tell a real photographer from somebody who took a picture on their goddamn camera, on their cell phone camera. So yeah, so this was the last piece I did, and I have a part 2 to this piece. So essentially, they're gonna be like this. But when I had finished this piece, all I had left was this to do next, and I really don't like that. So before I start painting the next installment to this series, I want to get some other canvases started. So I'm doing an underpainting on this one now, but I just finished I just finished one underpainting. So this is just like the first layer of paint, just to like get it started. So I got this one done, and oh, that's wet. Yeah, like some of it is still wet, and that's why I try to prep a couple of canvases first, because the oils do take a few days to dry, so it's not like you can prep it or you can do one layer and then immediately start working on it again. So I try to get a couple of paintings with this, I mean a couple of canvases with an underpainting on it, so that I can just constantly flow from one painting to the next painting to the next painting without ever like having a pause in my work. And so I did that underpainting. I'm gonna do this underpainting, and then I'll do an underpainting on that orange canvas back there. And then after I do that underpainting, then I'll go back and start detailing and adding more layers to the paintings I have. Turn 38 in June. That's what's up. June what? I'm turning 40 in June, yo. I'll be 40 on June 2nd. Yeah, I thought as a kid like 40 was old, but I don't feel really like old, you know what I'm saying? I actually feel pretty good to say I'll be 40 this year. Uh, I'm not I'm not mad. I definitely could June 23rd, that's what's up. I could definitely stop smoking as much, and once again not eat as much sugar and stuff, and like have a little healthier diet. But other than that, like I feel pretty damn good at 40. Shit. I be looking at other like guys that I look up to, like Will Smith is in his 50s. Um, Most of my rappers I looked up to are in their late 40s and 50s and shit. Like Nas and Jay Z, them guys are like 48, 49 years old. I know Eminem like 47 or 48. Joe Rogan, shit, Joe Rogan like 53, something like that. Dave Chappelle, he in his 50s. But these guys still, they don't look like old men, you know what I'm saying? Even though they're in their 50s. So I feel like all you gotta do is just take care of yourself, man. You can be around for a long time. That's all it is. I done went around that motherfucker 40 times, yo. Another revolution. What? I don't know. I just look for longevity, man. Cause now, like for real, we're living through, like right now, we're living through one of the most important times in like human history. There's like so much shit going on as far as our understanding of the world and our ability to manipulate like matter, and that shit is fucking crazy because 100 years 100 years ago, like nobody could, if you can take your smart device, your tablet or your iPhone in the past and take it back in time 100 years and like show motherfuckers that shit, like motherfuckers wouldn't even understand the concept of Wi-Fi and like, you know. And so like right now where we're at, I could just imagine like 100 years from now, like 200 years from now, just as 100 years ago, individuals couldn't really fathom the technology we have now. You would have to assume that right now there's some life-altering technology that hasn't even been thought of yet. You know what I'm saying? But damn, motherfucking on the genetic side of things, how we're being able to design humans. We're being able to extend life. Private companies like SpaceX are really, really making an endeavor to get a manned mission to Mars. Like, the next 100 years is gonna be so fucking crazy, yo. This shit gonna be so crazy. And that's the thing, like some when you read old science fiction and we have these old sci-fi fantasies of what the future should be like, you know what I'm saying? We already are living in the future, but our concept of a flying car has just slightly changed, and it's gonna be more like flying drones. And I think flying drones will come about once the AI algorithms for self-driving cars is so perfect and so precise where we won't need stop signs or stop lights. The automobiles are the pods won't even have brake pedals or steering wheels, and the algorithms that control the vehicle will be so precise that you won't need any of that shit. And then you can have a drone, and you can just get in this drone and just say, take me here, and it'll fly you wherever the fuck. And that's essentially a flying car, but it's gonna be different than like the old sci-fi concepts of, you know, a car in the wheels just turns vertical and jets you up in the air, and then you're driving your car in the air. I don't think that should ever be like that. But like we're already there. We have drones, like manned drones now. And that's what I'm saying. Like so much technology is already here, and especially like when you look at Boston Dynamics and Atlas, yo, that shit just gets more crazy and crazy every time. Atlas and motherfucking Spot Mini, like that technology, yo, it's gonna be like the fucking Jetsons, yo. Yeah, but that technology is just going to continue to advance. And once again, now if you look at Atlas right now, and you look at Spot Mini right now, and then just try to imagine in 100 years, like what will this be in 100 years from now, with another century of innovation and innovation and innovation, and it's just like you can already see where this shit is going, yeah. Yeah, I think everything is going to be more like just AI controlled. There's this weird thing I notice now a lot more, like when you try to get on certain websites and it says, oh, you have to check the box that says, I'm not a bot, I'm not a robot. And then it makes you look at these images, and it says, choose all the images that are a bicycle, or a crosswalk, or a bus, or a fire hydrant. Do you know why? Now, I haven't read this study anywhere. or I read anybody specifically say this, but I know why it does this, and it took me a while to kind of figure it out. But why do they ask you those questions to see if you're not a robot? And it's always something to do with traffic. Uh, Select all the images that are a stoplight, are stop signs, and it always has something to do with traffic. So, so what we're doing when we and that's another issue. But what we're actually doing when we all answer those questions, and millions of people answer those questions a million times a day, and the images are always kind of fuzzy and out of focus, and it's because we're helping to program the driving AI for Google. And this AI takes these grainy footages that we say, this is a stop sign, this is a crosswalk, this is a a light or a turn signal or something, this is a bus, this is a bicycle, and it collects millions and millions of images and compiles these shits constantly all day, and we're collectively training this AI how to see. We're teaching it how to see. So when they take the algorithm and put it in a vehicle, and they tell the AI to drive the car, all the images that we taught it, that's a stop sign, this is a crosswalk, that's a bike, that's a fire hydrant. It will be able to see and distinguish that and drive itself. And we're programming this shit for free. Think about it. Think about it. Those images always have something to do with traffic. I ain't crazy, man. I'm telling you, yo. I ain't crazy. And if you understand how everything works, man, everybody can just figure out little shit. And it took me a while, like, cause you've been doing that shit for years, but like for the past year, just like it seems like more and more I gotta answer, like, do this shit. And it's like, why in the fuck do I have to do this shit for certain sites all the time? I'm not a robot. Okay, I gotta prove that I'm not a robot by picking some fucking pictures. What the hell is that? Oh, I get it. You guys are fucking trying to teach that motherfucking AI, yo. That shit crazy. Do you think we can Google something about Google's AI or Google search AI? I don't know. I don't think they'll tell on themselves like that. Elon Musk said that shit one time. He said that shit one time, and I've never heard anybody else say that shit. That there is a AI in the Google search engine. The snake, the rat, the cat, the dog. How you gonna see him if you living in the fall? The snake, the rat, the cat, the dog. How you gonna see him if you living in the fall?
Are you looking for a Facebook ad course, pay attention to this very short video. This is an ad, but this is an ad that you're never...
Hello. If you have found the ideas I discuss interesting and useful, perhaps you might consider purchasing my recently released book, Beyond Order, 12 More Rules for Life, available from Penguin Random House in print or audio format. You could use the links we provide below or buy through Amazon or at your local bookstore. This new book, Beyond Order, provides what I hope is a productive and interesting walk through ideas that are both philosophically and sometimes...
You guys listen to Jordan Peterson? I listen to Jordan Peterson a lot, but I ain't gonna lie, like, I enjoy listening to him. Like, most mornings when I go to work, I got like a 30-minute ride to work, I'll listen to Jordan Peterson. But his voice is kind of like a little dry. And I don't know. Some people just don't like to listen to him, but he's just like a teacher. He sounds like a dry ass teacher. But I'm cool with that. But I won't force you guys to listen to that. We can listen to Forbidden Psychology and its 8 Taboos. Or we can listen to some Louder with Crowder on Crowder Bits. Cause we gotta paint for a little while, guys. I gotta get some brush work done. Forbidden Psychology and its 8 Taboos. I like how that sounds. We can probably learn something real quick. Let's see if we can get a little education in while we do some brush work. Get that brush work.
Became a conceived and materialistic, deterministic, reductionistic, objectively
Jordan Peterson? You like Jordan Peterson? Or no? What does that mean? Come on, man. You don't like Jordan Peterson? Hey, I don't agree with everything Jordan Peterson says, but I don't agree with everything almost anybody says. He's a sensible guy. And I don't know. I don't mind listening to him. I like to try to listen to people who I don't agree with, who are smarter than me, so I can really understand, all points of views, yo. I try to listen to everybody. If you only listen to people you agree with most of the time, you won't have a wider understanding of like just how society is. You gotta listen to everybody. That's your first. You've never heard Jordan Peterson before? Wow, let's listen to some Jordan Peterson then.
There. Are you looking for a Facebook ad course? Pay attention to this very short video. This is an ad, but this is an ad.
And sometimes spiritually meet
and his greatest guilt to a young
start by asking you what. So welcome and thank you very much for agreeing to talk with me.
Thank you, Jordan. I'm absolutely thrilled to be with you. Thank you.
Let me start by asking you what you're working on now. Everyone's locked down with COVID, and what are your plans for now and the future?
About 2 years ago, because I'm a workaholic, the ism in my family is workaholism, and I had that burden. It produces a lot of help and advantage sometimes, but it's also burden. And about 2 years ago, I decided to take a sabbatical, the first one in my life, and go to Rome for 5 weeks. I wanted to see what it was like to be in a place long enough. I've lived in Paris for a while, but working on a film, which is 16-hour days for months on end. And I've lived in a couple of different, visited a number of foreign countries, but I wanted to be in a place with some room with some time to reflect and get away. And I thought Rome would be perfect. And we went to Rome, and I have 3 sons, and at one time or another, all 3 were there. But we were sitting together on the Piazza Navona, and looking at a fountain, and I said to one of my sons, "Wouldn't it be cool if the Pope could escape through some of the secret tunnels that we know are in the Vatican and get out and walk around Rome as a normal citizen?" And one of my other sons said, "Yeah, and maybe kick ass." And then my other son said, "You mean the Pope is Batman?" And I went, "Wait a second." And suddenly an idea was born. And out of a kind of a fun exchange, I had friends who were members of Opus Dei, the ultra-Orthodox Catholic organization, and they took us through the Vatican and introduced us to the Swiss Guards. And I began to think about the profound an experience it is that a man would be deemed church to be the Holy Father, the representative of God on earth. What kind of crushing weight would that be? What kind of humility would it require? And a story began to spin its way into my life. I have a friend who's a devout Catholic, and he won't take communion because he can't make perfect contrition. I'm not a Catholic, by the way. I grew up a Baptist, but he can't fulfill the requirements communion because he can't. He say he's going to refuse to stop living in sin with the woman he's with, who he has a child with. He's cut off from communion, and no matter how much I say to him about the Protestant view of none of us deserve God's love, we're saved only by grace, it doesn't penetrate his sense of obligation and requirement and insufficiency, communion. And I began to think about, what if you had a pope who was absolutely committed to the reformation of the church, but he believed that maybe God was not going to bless his efforts unless he became a better man, and to become a better man, he had to own his own sins. And his deepest sin, his greatest guilt, pertains to a young woman who was the child of one of the Swiss guards who tried to protect the popes when John Paul II was shot 4 times in the stomach. I can swear other popes have died under mysterious circumstances. That these 2 people come together when assassins stormed the Vatican to kill the Pope, and they have to escape through the bowels of the Vatican, fronting their darkest secrets and their darkest fears and faith. That just sounded like the kind of movie I want to do. And for the first time in my career, I felt comfortable in saying to people who have the financial means to invest in movies, that I was willing to let them invest. As one of my sons said, I could never let friends invest in movies because it would destroy me the sense of responsibility to get their money back to them. But in this, I had every confidence that this was the kind of movie the audience throughout the world really wants to see, the kind of theme that pertains to every.
Who really wants to? Yeah, I guess, who wants to see a movie about that? I don't think so. Not me personally. Religions are I don't know. Religions are outdated. But just talking about like the future though, I don't think religions are going to go anywhere in the next 100 years. I really don't. I don't think that there's going to be some widespread persecution of religious beliefs or ideologies to the point where it goes underground as like some secret, sect or some shit. Like smoking indoors. Like smoking indoors is so ostracized and so prohibited by the government that there's hardly anywhere in America where you can smoke inside anymore when, just 20 years ago was no fucking problem. But that's was for public health. Now, some people can make an argument that a belief in a sky genie and zombie saviors and shit could be some type of mental illness, and that for public health and safety reasons we should outlaw these practices so we don't continue to spread mental illness through our society. And then you could technically like find a way to like ban churches and stuff, but then you would have to rewrite the Constitution because it does proclaim like freedom of religion. But I don't know, I think this shit is outdated, but it's not going. It'll never go anywhere. Like religion is here. It's been here for thousands of years. It's gonna stay here for thousands of years more. And there would have to be a small offshoot of humans that transcend and fucking go through some like transmutation where they're symbiotic with AIs and have like fucking robot bodies and all kind of shit, and they can break off and form some society where there is no belief in any religion or God or creator or anything like that. And that's the only way you'll ever have a real like culture or society without a religion, or a God concept. But then this guy says he went to Rome and he was chilling over there on the sabbatical, and this idea about the Pope being Batman or the Batman of the Vatican or some shit. I don't know. This is a weird guest he has on today. Oh, well, for this episode, rather.
It would be the classic thing we want, a hit movie that really meant something. And that's the movie I'm preparing now. Planning to shoot in Rome in September. Have an incredible team assembled. Still assembling other people to do it. But that's what's right in my sights right now.
Well, in 1,000 years, that isn't a plot that I would have guessed.
Well, Jordan, here's another thing that pertains, and it's another of the reasons I'm so enriched by your experience, by your journey, which is just starting. And it's that when you start to direct, there's metaphor for me is like you're crawling into a pipe, and that pipe is 18 months long, and you're going to crawl through and sometimes even sewage, and there's no turning around, and it's all on your shoulders, and you have to keep going. And to stay connected, what I need to stay connected with to survive, which begins with my family, extremely difficult. You're in a war, you're in a battle, and I've done a number of movies about fighting, about men who lead other men in battle, and it's consuming. It's all consuming.
Who is this guy? He's done other movies about what? Well, hold up now. This dude name is Randall Wallace. Where's my phone? Who is you, man? Randall Wallace. Randall Wallace is an American screenwriter, film director, producer, and songwriter who came to prominence by writing the screenplay for the historical drama film Braveheart. Okay. All right. See, okay. He wrote Braveheart. So his movies include. I'm surprised already. We Were Soldiers. I saw that movie. The Man in the Iron Mask. I saw that movie. Secretariat. I think I even saw that movie. Heaven is Real. Braveheart. Pearl Harbor. Passionate. He helped with Passion and the Christ. He works with Mel Gibson a lot. That's 1, 2, 3. The Rookie. Okay, so that's who he is. He worked on a lot of films. Not any in recent years. The most recent worked on was in 2010, which was Secretariat. And so, hell, that's 11 years ago. He ain't really did shit. Oh no, Heaven is for Real was in 2014. He directed that. A bunch of B-list actors. It's like I kind of recognize one face, but I don't know none of those people I name. Yeah, Braveheart was a pretty good movie.
Mel Gibson portrayed him. He led the air cavalry in the largest battle in Vietnam. And he loved his family profoundly. But from the moment he left Fort Benning, Georgia, to go to Vietnam till the day he returned more than a year later, he never wrote a single letter except to one daughter. He wrote her a letter back because she had written him. And he never called his wife. And he loved his wife with every fiber of his being. But he felt he had to keep every second focused on how he kept his men alive. And in that sense of how responsibility can crush us is profound for me.
Well, I've said to people constantly and generally, it's been a suggestion that people take to heart that the sustaining meaning in life is to be found through the adoption of responsibility. But that is the flip side of it, is that there's always the possibility that you pile on too much and that you don't manage to move forward under the load. And it's a danger, and people who are talented fall prey to that. Talented and hardworking fall prey to that. And it is definitely a great advantage to be surrounded by people that love you and to have a family and all of that, so that you can take some comfort when you have the opportunity to do that.
You said see what?
So that screenplay that you're describing, that's going to be, you said that'll start filming in the fall, assuming that we defeat COVID and all of that.
Yes.
And
To the Armory?
what drew you to the idea, in some sense, of putting the Pope in what sounds like an action movie.
Huh?
I mean, I have a friend who writes action novels, and he's quite interested in using all of the elements, plot development in particular, but also character development, that are part of mass entertainment, say in the thriller genre, which is very close to the superhero genre, I suppose, to investigate thoughtful matters in depth, to marry what's entertaining and gripping, which always has an archetypal element, otherwise it wouldn't be entertaining and gripping, to that's serious. And so it sounds like there's something like that. Well, I can see that thread running through all of your work. Of action, which is certainly necessary for the success of a movie, but also the exploration of deeper themes and ethical themes.
Yes, and I feel that one without the other is pale. An abstract discussion of values is interesting to me intellectually, but I want to know how it's defined in action. An action movie in which no one learns anything and no one's required to grow and sacrifice is empty. I've been asked why I make war movies, and I always say I don't. I make love stories. What you love enough to sacrifice your life for, if necessary. Funny, Jordan, in high school, all the things, you know, when the seniors, at least in America, I assume in other places, but they're voted different superlatives, and I was voted most responsible. And I found that the least sexy title you could possibly have. I once said to a woman I was dating that in high school I was most responsible, and she laughed and said, I was voted best legs. And, and I thought, well, maybe that's the way it works. The most responsible guy is supposed to get the girl with the best legs. But for me, it's like, well, I'm sorry, this is sort of scattered, but whenever I'm listening to you, I'll find unexpected treasures. You'll say something in your lectures that will cause me to see some aspect of my life that I hadn't interpreted fully. And one for me was when I was in high school, I was younger than most of my classmates. And I saw a lot of bullying, and I experienced some. And I went to college, and there'd be instances like, you know, a linebacker from the football team would get drunk and some scholarly student in the face and crush his jaw. And I decided I was going to really learn to fight. And I studied karate, and I became a karate teacher, and I won some championships. And when I tried to, and I was also I was a religion major, and I went to seminary, and I put myself through seminary teaching karate. And that would make people laugh. And they'd think it's an anomaly, but I'd say, well, when you were talking about Nietzsche, saying, you know, if you make a moral choice, if you make a choice because you're afraid to make the other choice, it's not a moral choice. Now, yes. I didn't know much about Nietzsche when I was in college. I just thought he was a German thinker who didn't know how to spell his last name. I mean, I didn't know, what's this guy doing? But it was that way for me. I thought if I walk away from a fight, I want to know as much as I could know, not because I'm being a coward, it's because I'm choosing to walk away, that I'm capable of hurting someone. And if I have to fight, I want to be capable of doing it. And that to me all ties in with the notion of the complexity of a choice. And we're entertained in a movie, we're captivated, I should say more, by seeing the connection between action and meaning.
Meaning grounds out in action, right? Something isn't meaningful as far as I can tell unless it has implications for action.
Yes.
And or the alternative is that it has implications for perception, because something meaningful can change the way you look at something, but the consequence of that is that the framework within which you act is going to change. And so it grounds out in action. And always been, fascinated, I suppose, by the parallelism between Nietzsche and Dostoevsky, because they thought along very similar lines. But Dostoevsky has the advantage over Nietzsche in some sense, because he can embody his philosophy in characters, and that actually allows him to go into more depth, I would say, than Nietzsche, which is really saying something, because Nietzsche went as far down in some ways as anyone I've ever had the misfortune or pleasure to have read. But and it's so interesting how it works. In the Brothers Karamazov, Dostoevsky pits Ivan against Ilyusha, and Ivan is handsome and debonair, and he's the warrior type that you just described. He's very atheistic, and he can put up a pretty good argument. You know, he tortures his brother, who's a monastic novitiate, with stories of children locked in outhouses overnight and freezing to death. They were punished by their parents, which Dostoevsky took from a newspaper and said, I cannot possibly imagine how there could be a God who was omniscient and had all the other classic attributes of God, who could create a universe where that was allowed to happen even once. And Ivan can out-debate Ilyusha consistently, but Ilyusha's character is such that he wins the argument. He loses all the battles in some sense, but wins the war. And that's something you can really portray when you clothe your ideas in characters. Or when the characters are even more, I think, to the point, is when the characters are so profound that they're acting out ideas that you couldn't yet make explicit. No, and that is one of the things that narrative does, is that it enables us to play out ideas that we're not yet intelligent enough to understand. And sometimes the gap between the narrative representation and the explicit understanding can be thousands and thousands of years, because we're still unwrapping. Well, we're certainly still unwrapping the Bible. We're still unwrapping Shakespeare. There's more depth there than we can understand explicitly. And so anything that uses character has that tremendous advantage. And then there's also this strange ability that some people have in spades to create fictional worlds that are of unbelievable profundity and power. And I mean, the greatest example of that the last 30 years, in terms of sheer imaginative power, has got to be J.K. Rowling and the Harry Potter series, which, you know, gripped the imagination of the entire planet for a decade and produced untold wealth and spread literacy everywhere as well. She had a remarkably creative imagination and something quite mysterious. And so you're fortunate enough to work at the marriage of ideas and drama.
Yes, and you know, it's really interesting when you've spoken about Dostoevsky and others in some of your lectures. I'm fascinated by him and all the Russians. I studied Russian for 4 years in college and read some of these in the original. My Russian wasn't fluent enough for me to really, I mean, I had to grind through them, but Tolstoy, Chekhov, who was a doctor, a medical doctor, as well as a writer. So that congruence of commitment, not just in terms of literature, but that he used his profession as a doctor to also inform him as a writer. He famously said, medicine is my wife and literature is my mistress, and when I tire of one, I spend time with the other. And Pushkin, who would write stories that were full of thought. Story itself was bigger than any thought he could put around it. It was more resonant. It carried more. By the way, when I listened to your biblical series, caused me to decide to read through the whole Bible. And just start to finish. And I grew up Southern Baptist, so ever since I could read, I've read the Bible every day of my life. But I'd never read the Bible start to finish, and there were some books.
And that's it right there. That's it right there. And a lot of religious people will never admit that. I read the Bible every day. But have you ever read it front to back, start to finish, cover to cover? Because there's a bunch of shit that you can read that book every day of your life and still don't read certain parts of it because it's the bad parts that you don't want to deal with. It's the erroneous parts and the fucking contradictory parts and the fucking just outright laughable, unintelligible shit that just makes no sense. There's no basis in reality for it. But I say people just want to read the parts they like of that shit. And that's the thing, like if you read the whole Bible and he's still religious, that's crazy.
No. The next thing is some Disney play.
All that sold out.
I'm guessing, so it's not even on there at all. And I checked so I didn't see anything on the website, so I checked their Facebook. Nothing. The only thing that was available was something they're doing for the kids with Moana.
Yep. Because like I said, it's only about 25 or 30 seats in there.
Right, and today was the last day. But I did look into it.
He said there was one, they've been doing 2 and 7 o'clock. And he said there was one more last night at 7. But today they weren't going to do a 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, yeah.
Just the 2 o'clock show.
Apparently, the writers, Betsy and whoever, it says they have audiences in 48 states, 4 countries, and 3 continents. So it's...
And it's a well-known play. It's just not, I mean, it's been on Chicago and New York.
Right, 'cause that's the thing. I've never seen it anywhere.
Me neither.
And then I'm like, well, it must be. I wanted to know, like, was the writer like local?
That's what I was looking at the program, and I'm like, who are these? Who wrote it? Where'd it come from?
I don't know where they're from, but it's like all over the U.S. at this point.
Yeah, it's a big, but no lie, yo, the shit was. I literally laughed at a lot of the shit, yo, and.
I know. I was looking for some other stuff for us to do, but there are no like really good plays playing right now, so there's I don't know what the fuck this is. Definitely don't want to see Demon Slayer. We already saw Mortal Kombat. Wrath of a Man. I think this is Jason Statham. Yeah. Scott Eastwood, Post Malone.
Oh, I think I seen somebody was talking about that with Post Malone made a cameo in that movie.
He's actually a good actor. I saw him in something else.
It's like
he was like the inmate.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
But he a bad guy in that too, like a robber or something.
They're like on this like heist mission thing.
They got robbed.
I mean, of course, anytime Jason's in it, he gonna be fucking people up. So it's kind of like predictable. But
he's going for revenge because they got robbed.
They took his one person. They already knew they were getting sent in on a mission though, because I was just starting to watch the trailer. But I thought that looked decent. It came out yesterday or 2 days ago, and it's playing at 1:45, 4:30, and 7:15 locally. And we got it at the drive-in, but it's super late. But I mean, that's an option of something I guess kind of similar, but definitely not the same. Godzilla vs. Kong. Those Who Wish Me Dead. That sounds good. I can't believe it was so packed when we went out last night. I'm like, it's supposed to be like that today, not yesterday.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that restaurant or that bar lounge or whatever. Yo, it's crazy. Like, this is on the hood side of town.
hard to find good places to eat. So if it is good, then
But that's what I'm saying. Is like how
good is it?
Yeah, all the white people, y'all willing to come to the hood side of town for that shit? Yo, that's crazy.
It is on a quiet block, but still, yeah. I know, it's so funny, like, all the white people that I work with, they're like, oh, you live there? I'm like,
Yo, as soon as you say the south side of Wilkes-Barre, yo, south anything, South Main Street, South Franklin, or you say anything about Blackman Street or anything around there, they already, Academy. Once you come, where the chicken place
I don't
at?
never say our actual street to people. I'll just say, like, oh, Academy or maybe or something like that.
As soon
and
as
they're
you,
like, oh.
as soon as you come past Academy, that's you fucking in the hood, yo. As soon as you go that, as soon as you pass the chicken spot, everything started looking nice.
I guess for me it's just different. Like shit, I was surprised to see because when I first got out here, it was so quiet. And then you read the news and it's like, oh, I think I did hear gunshots last night, or oh, somebody did get hit by a car. But just like, you know, like you being in Philly and like me being in Maryland, like this shit is not the hood to me. Like it's just not.
But to these people, it is though. It's
I mean, it is the hood here, but I'm like, if this the hood, then shit, like
it's like
the hood is the suburbs.
This is like diet hood.
Diet hood, right?
Like,
diet weed,
like
CBD.
hood.
For real, like.
It's hoodish.
Right, I'm like, shit, I'd rather be over here. Like, fuck that shit. But the houses are nice over here. That's the thing for people to call it the hood. I think over here got some of the nicest houses for better prices.
That's it. Like Brandon, just tell you that story. I took him to the projects in the hood with Ty, yo, and he was just sitting in the car. He didn't even get out the car, yo.
Oh no, sitting in the car by himself?
No, I was in the car with him. I hollered at somebody and they was gonna come out, yo. The motherfucker walked up to the car. Like, yo, who the fuck is this nigga? I'm like, chill, bro. Why the fuck you got this white boy in the hood? I'm like, chill, nigga. He gay with me. Alright, bro. You better make sure it's whatever. I'm like, nigga, calm the fuck down, bro.
Right.
He with me,
whole
bro.
Time your cousin down the street probably snitching on you anyway.
I swear, yo, but motherfucker pressed the car like two niggas walked up.
In Maryland, like, well, in Baltimore City and DC, it depends. For the most part, if you just blend in and mind your business, but they gonna know if you're not from there.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like...
And that was the thing. They ain't never seen me before.
They're not just gonna fuck with you in broad daylight for no reason, but every now and again, you might get a person that just be like, why you here? This is my hood, da-da-da-da-da. Like, it's not how people make it seem on TV. But if you are white in Baltimore City and you spin that block more than once, that second time that you spin that block, they coming to find out what you want. What drugs you here to buy?
What are you doing over here, bro?
Because, I mean, that's the thing. You keep riding around the block. Clearly, you looking for something you don't believe. I mean, there's white people in Baltimore City. That's also a myth, too. But, like, and a lot of Hispanic and white people. But, like, it's just Baltimore is a more, you know, black place. So it's like when they see a white, like, if they seen Brandon, they would definitely be like, are you here to buy drugs?
Yeah, like, what you want, bro?
Yeah.
What you doing over there?
Get what you need and go ahead. Scat. You on my block.
You don't want no. What the fuck you doing right now?
Right. Now, here... we could walk down the street any color, anytime, and I don't feel like nobody finna fuck with us. That's why I said it ain't really the hood like that. That's her. Making a noise.
Hey, don't throw up in here.
Kamikaze said come to Canada, bro.
Come to Canada? It's too cold up there, man.
I was gonna say, gotta go the other way.
Bro, I'm going further down south, bro. I'm already in PA. I ain't but a couple hours from the Canadian border, honestly. Shit.
It's just down south different, but it's just the racism down there is like.
It's so.
Like here they try to closet that shit, and I don't like that either. But down south it's like, where you going, boy?
Yeah.
Are you Mexican? I remember the guy asked me, "Are you Mexican? Is your brother in the military, sir?" First of all, I don't have to answer that. And second of all, you really asking some racist-ass questions right now. Kamikaze said it's hot and cold.
It's shit.
I know what you say as a white. What, you live in the hood, Kamikaze?
It's hot. It's hot for like, what, 2 months out the year?
Although the Canadians seem to really like Canada. Like, you don't hear a lot of bad things about Canada.
Nah, I gotta say, Canada chilled for the most part. They don't be participating in a lot of these wars and skirmishes and all that bullshit. Justin Trudeau, he only got a little smudge on him from like some shit they try to counsel his ass with council culture, but he still seemed pretty cool.
Yeah, Canada, they seem like they stick together. Like, where us Americans, we all hate each other. We hate the government. Like, we just all divided on every damn level.
They got hockey, maple syrup, bacon.
I'll take it.
They got motherfucking John LaJoie.
They got a lot of nice, like nature and scenery too. That would be
Skiing, all that good shit.
I
But
don't know
once
about
again,
skiing. I'm good
it
on
just
that.
hey, it's too cold, man. I ain't
Yeah, I'm good on skiing. Y'all
Man,
can have that.
shit.
Ice hockey be lit though.
Shit.
They be fucking each other up. Yeah, Canada's definitely cool. Like, I don't think there's anybody who got beef with Canada, like, culturally. I don't know.
No, in Canada, they kind of like,
They mind their business. They're cool.
yeah, they like America. It's they kind of apologize for some of their atrocities and just try to get past all that shit.
Mm-hmm. That's the only thing. How's the healthcare and education in Canada? That's the question.
A lot of that shit is way better than ours. Some people go to Canada get their their prescription drugs and shit.
For cheaper. I've seen people say they get their insulin over there.
From Canada, you'll get that shit shipped done from Canada.
So this one's called Separation. Let me see what this is about. Okay.
How are you holding up, brother? I can't believe she's gone.
Oh my god.
Things at home are getting strange. What are you doing?
Somebody's possessed.
How's she holding up? Jenny said she saw something in her room. Where do you see this?
But see, why do all the movies that with the kids are possessed, they always draw these pictures of the devil in the book and they start splattering shit on the wall?
So you can follow along with the story.
But it's all like, I've seen so many stories like this. The Unborn, yeah, well, the Orphan was different. But they're all like the same kind of like little concept. And I just want to see something different.
I'm about to say some old people shit. It gets worse the older you get, yo. The more movies you see, you just gonna keep saying shit over and over. Because it's been like years since I've seen like some really. The Boys was some original type.
I hate superhero shit, and I love that.
But you don't get a lot of shit like that anymore. People can't come up with
But the thing about The Boys is like you had people, they all had superpowers, but a lot of them were still regular. Homelander, he was not regular, but like nor that other chick. But like the rest of them, they were pretty regular people when they weren't saving, fucking the world up.
And that's the thing. Like that shit was pretty.
Annabelle was good. Annabelle was good. I don't like scary stuff, kamikaze.
I didn't see that.
Annabelle was decent. Yeah, like.
Was it predictable?
Yes and no. It had its moments. I mean, like there was this doll, and they tried to throw the doll away, and that shit popped back up, and then like the house almost burned down. So like, and the wife was pregnant. So that part was like not predictable. I didn't expect like all that shit to happen. But like when she threw the doll away, I already knew it's about a doll named Annabelle. It's gonna pop back up. And even on, I think it was the Unborn. It was the one little boy and he was astral projecting. And his dad went in to save him and the dad almost died. And then the priestess lady at the very, very, very end, it got her and it like, I think like snapped her neck or some shit and killed her. So that was good. But I don't know, this is just like every other thing I've seen. So the sister gets hit by a car in this one, in the trailer, the older sister. And then the younger sister starts painting on the wall, and she's like, "It's the baby."
Yeah. Even that movie with Michael B. Jordan was just like John Wick or Equalizer or whatever. You give a highly trained soldier a reason to kill people, and then he just goes crazy.
Not the stairs, clapping the stairs. V1 said, "What it is, pimpin'?"
Yo, what up, bro? I'm trying to clean this damn cup out real quick. My bad, guys. I ain't painting. I'm trying to get this gunk out of here.
Oh no. Just come up, Samantha, so I can kill you. Oh shit. Oh shit, this shit might be good. The old man done fell backwards down the steps. Damn. But the only thing is, like, in the other one, they had, like, the person where their little, like, body was, like, contorting and their, like, neck broke and they're, like, running like a dog on all fours. Like, that shit is predictable. But I don't know. This shit, it got some good little action in it.
That was the whole movie just now.
Probably. She gets attacked by a bird. But this part right here is good, babe. Let me set my brightness in.
Johnny, just come up to me up there.
Alright, what does he want? I'm guessing that was the grandpa that got kicked on the set.
She's trying to give us a message.
Not the creepy line.
Or else we'll scare her away.
Yeah. I rather watch Chris Rock in that new Saw movie.
I don't want to see that.
No?
I've seen Saw 1,000 times. I mean, I'm happy he's in it.
But hey, that's crazy. Everybody keep watching the Fast and Furious shit. They got 37 movies.
I love Fast and Furious, but Saw.
But nobody don't want to keep watching the Saw movies. But you know what's gonna happen? Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift. It's Chris Rock, yeah.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't see it on her anyway. I see Tom.
I kind of feel like, yo, if we got Amazon Prime, HBO Max.
Yeah, that's what we did with the last couple of movies.
Yeah, so I feel like if we can watch it at home, I'd rather watch that shit at home. I can smoke my weed and watch the movie. And now if that shit is only in the theaters,
you wanted to go see a play, so that was the alternative.
You can't watch a play on a live play here, babe. You can't. I mean, we could invite that cast over and tell them we got some tequila, and they might.
Don't be smart.
They might try.
Don't be smart. I'm telling you, it was playing in the theaters.
I'm telling you, if it's on Amazon Prime, HBO Max, you need to pay for that shit. So I can watch movies at home. Movies at home. HBO. Hey, you guys know HBO started in this town I live in? I bet y'all ain't know that, yo.
Y'all see how you just changed the subject when I said I want to go see The Wrath of the Man?
That shit kicked off.
Whatever, I'll take myself to the movie.
HBO kicked off right here. You don't see what D1 say to you? Yeah, just ignoring people. You see how she act?
I'm not ignoring nobody. You ignoring me.
Alright. I had to definitely clean out that cup so I can put some medium in there. And I gotta take a piss real quick, guys.
That's what's up, D1. Thank you. That's what
Alright, I ain't gonna lie, I sat here and talked for the first hour and 15 minutes or some shit. I really gotta get some paint done. I ain't going no way, nigga, but you can come.
There's a festival here called Mayfest Food Trucks and Art. Hey, that's what's up. I be looking for like some type of festivals or something like that to do, but it's so dry around here. We did find a new studio, so hopefully I'll have some new music soon. It's time. But that's what's up, though. Thank you for playing it. I appreciate it. And I don't know about this man, but I'm going to the movies today. Hey, Kamikaze. It's Sunday. It's Mother's Day. What y'all get y'all mamas and y'all wives and baby mamas and all of that for Mother's Day this year? Yesterday I did like a big brunch for my mom and my grandma. I made like chocolate chip sweet biscuits and some brown sugar cinnamon French toast with some walnuts and walnut syrup, some cheesy chive eggs, some beef sausage, a whole bunch of fruit, and then I had got like some orange banana pineapple juice. It was real good. Definitely better than getting food out somewhere else. Kamikaze. No, my real name is Marisa, but because I make music, my stage name is Egypt Divine. Egypt with an I. I do irrigation work and had to do maintenance for the splash pad. That's cool. You got to see some cool ass events. Mm.
What? You hear me? You just. I should say daddy.
It says Daisy. I don't talk to my father. You don't have to be sorry. You didn't know. It's good. I go by Egypt too. Like I said, that's my stage name. So either way, Egypt, E, Marisa, whatever y'all want to call me.
Oh yeah.
Under the city blasting music so the town traveled up. I feel that. I brought some of that food I made yesterday. It's a piece of fresh toast and a biscuit and a whole bunch of fruit on it.
Let me get some of that.
Okay. I saw that shit.
So
too.
what?
You trying to put me on the camera
even
while I'm
do
looking
that.
like
Looking
Aunt
like
Jemima?
what?
Looking like I just woke the fuck up. Like I've been working all my life. All my life I had to fight.
All my life. Wow.
Thanks, D1. I appreciate it. You guys, awesome artists. For show. Well, he's the real artist, but you know, I'm a music artist, so I could take a little bit of credit. Well, shit, Travis got some good ass music too.
You checked out the studio yesterday? But the engineer, motherfuckers say he got COVID. His son? That's why his son wasn't there. He said his son's sick with COVID. Hope y'all be sanitizing the studio, nigga.
Yeah, fine time to say that, babe. That's a fine time to say that.
He said he didn't go. He hasn't been in there in a week though.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 2 weeks, and he's been around his dad within the last week.
No, he's quarantined now. His son is quarantined. He said he got like 6 more days or 7 more days or something. But his dad said he already got the vaccine. I think Dante said he got his shot too. They was like, you
Yeah,
getting
my
it?
grandmom got hers. She all relaxed now.
I told Dad, like, I'm not getting that shit, bro. He was like, you ain't getting it? I'm like, I'm good, man.
Yeah, my mom asked me a couple months ago that I want to get it, and I was like, nope. It's not even like, there's not enough research on it, my opinion. If you want to get it, by all means, I ain't arguing with you, but don't argue with me.
Yeah. That's all. Whatever, you know.
Do I got samples? Yeah, you can play something. Oh, he already beat me to it. Thanks, D-Man.
It's been a while, we've been speaking. You still might as well tell me, is it sneaking? My girl's like,
It's not new, but it's one of the last ones she added into her playlist.
It's love. 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 I know just what you mean, like I've known you all your life. Yeah, I know I left and I took my girl's advice. I never gave up, but yeah, baby, I'm tired. Pacify, don't crucify, cause you put me on that line. Brush your teeth and dot your eyes. I will teach you how to love, have you freer than a dove. Look at how you learn to trust. Had to put some faith in us. I've been working overtime, catching all the yellow lights, but I'm gassing it tonight. Love me, who's gonna love me, babe? Love me, who's gonna love me, babe? Love me, who's gonna love me, babe? Say you, say you got me. It's love, it's love, it's love. Going up, you're going up. You just took the elevator. You're going up. Be old, have your youth and bask in it. You'll have all the time in the world to sit back, laugh and reminisce. Baby, now I'm prospering. I can only preach the gospel. The real change lies within. Practice non-resistance, cause you want to sink the rim. Lessening the anguish, raising up your tolerance. Put you in the game. You the MVP of all this shit. Salacious and intelligent. Brown eyes and some melanin. Flossing for the fun of it. Hit home runs you barely miss. You're equipped to pass the test. Never gets nobody's ass. Took the bags and all the trash, invested in a treasure chest. Best believe that mind is strapped. Books galore, studying from hospitals to stadiums. Cause you only play to win. Offices and yoga gyms, restaurants, car dealerships. You just took the elevator. You're going up, you're going up. You just took the elevator. You're going up, you're going up. Hair salons and bakeries, tax finance been on TV. Balance checkbooks looking clean. Know about trading currency, you make your family proud. Every time you come into town, you get a shot in a round of applause. You are odd, talk that talk, shut your stuff. Showing off, bless your heart. Hard to know who to trust. No one cause the world is cold. Familiar operations settle with rust to stay afloat. Growing pains, still manage to keep a smiling face. On my mind, clocks they die. Memories they live inside. Full of ambition and drive. No details and seek the prize. Camouflage, blending in, far from a...
Ooh, thank you. Damn, and she was just licking my hand. Oh, that's... fuck. Then I just got paint all over me.
You just need to go wash your hands.
Huh?
Cause you just need to go wash your hands.
That's how I keep my immune system high. Huh?
I ain't said nothing. I said, if you can you can hear.
That's how my immune system stay high. I eat dog spit and paint.
Y'all heard him say that on, on live motherfucking recording. 10 years from now, when they trying to cancel his ass, y'all remember this shit. Cause y'all heard it first.
Damn.
Hey, yo.
It's a joke.
My question is there a song about you? Yeah, Peaches. I made a song for him, but it has not been released to the public yet. I travel up, up, not down, down. Yeah, that's right. Gotta elevate. Really? You gonna play it? Oh my god. Y'all, this song not mixed or mastered or nothing.
This song for me.
You know who you are. You know who you are.
That fruit wasn't all that, but hey, it is what it
This one's for you, baby.
is. You don't want this or this?
Your love tastes like peaches. Freaking on the weekend. Elevate my brain. Melt away my pain. Your love tastes like peaches. I'm freaking on the weekend. Elevate my brain and melt away my pain. Never stay the same, but you never change. You make me wanna sing. You make me wanna, make me wanna, make me wanna, make me wanna. Ooh, 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 ooh. You make me wanna, make me wanna, make me wanna, make me wanna.
It's maple syrup and walnut syrup. It's leftovers from yesterday. The breakfast I made for my mom and grandma.
You make me wanna. You make me wanna. Your love is like cream. It is just so sweet. Your love is like cream. It is just so sweet. Your love tastes like peaches. I'm freaking on the weekend. Your love tastes like. Your love tastes like. Your love, your love, your love, your love. Your love tastes like peaches. I'm freaking on the weekend. Elevate my brain and melt away my pain. Never stay the same, but you never change. You make me wanna sing. You make me wanna, make me wanna, make me wanna, make me wanna. Ooh, 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 ooh. You make me wanna, make me wanna, make me wanna, make me wanna. Ooh, ooh,
Jam on French toast? That's different.
you make me wanna. You make me wanna.
That was my first time doing the walnut syrup with the walnuts, and I really liked that. I thought that shit was bomb. Well, thank you. Y'all heard it first. Ain't nobody else heard it. It looks like it wants to be nice outside today. Maybe. Yeah, it's gonna rain at 2 o'clock. At 1 o'clock. For the rest of the evening. All until tomorrow. Lovely. Cavassier yesterday.
Cavassier, Kanye, man.
Kanye's not bad.
Should be like your guitar. Play those strings.
Yo, you don't like Hennessy? Hennessy is cognac. That's the only cognac I can bear. That Cavassier is smooth as shit, though. Remy Martin.
I don't care for the Remy Martin.
I like Remy Martin.
I gotta have something with it. Yeah, he said he went to some festival. He was loving that shit. Ganges is definitely like my #1 song, I gotta say. I can't drink like rum and shit like that. I guess I could've gave you some more fruit. just met the video guy.
Yo,
So
hopefully we don't get some video.
I want a video for Ganja.
No, because the first, you ain't seen the first video. That shit look good, yo.
That one was decent.
Yo. The first video you showed me looked good as shit, yo. So definitely gonna get some video shit done, yo.
You left because she ain't getting no food.
I probably delete everything I got to start back over.
Lots of sugar make your shoulders hurt? What? What kind of saying is that? Tyson said you're. D1 said I'm loving you too. Hell, they all slept. Look, I'm loving you and deleted your number. They might be sad, but when I tell y'all, even in the happiest of relationships, I could always make a breakup song because it's just like, you just can't go wrong. Like, it's just that raw emotion. Like, look, this is how I feel. Mm-hmm. I mean, Ganja's a classic because everybody can, you know, bump to it even if you don't smoke. But I'm just saying that I'm loving you and deleted your number. That shit was some heartfelt shit. And thank you, D1. I appreciate it. I really do. Tyson said, what's good, Arisen? Oh, he was talking to D1.
That fake ass Southerner.
You the fake ass Southerner now. Hey, yo.
The real Southerner to move north and the Northerner to move south.
Fake ass Southerner.
I'm a fake ass Northerner, yo. Nobody call me no Yankee.
Hey, yo.
Ain't none of these Yankee ass.
I'm an East Coast girl all the way. I feel like I stuck out like crazy when I was in Georgia. They like, where are you from? Y'all just know I'm not from here, huh? I don't talk like them. Yeah. I don't say street and sprint. My mom land in. Going down the street with my mama in the house.
What you finna do?
I do say finna though. If that ain't the pot calling the kettle black. See, Tyson? Gotta drink sugar, alcohol makes my shoulder go wrong. Yeah, I learned about them sugary, sweet ass drinks. It makes my stomach hurt. I would throw up every time.
Yeah, I don't like that.
They're so pretty, but then once that shit hits your stomach,
Smoking on exotic food and weed. Just like some blueberries. Stolen circles make it rain. See the people smell the green. Think of come and make it lean. Colorful like jelly beans. Simple like a murder scene. Now I spit them blood wide open. Niggas know it had the smokers. Y'all just a living joker. Y'all probably turbo rollers. And I assume they don't ride like a roller coaster. You don't know what it's supposed to do. But my perspective on the time. Ain't no weed. I'm smoking. I'm smoking.
y'all were going early today. Everybody taking their mama out today. I was like, you know, you forgot about that. I mean, that's the one that. Don't forget the costume.
They probably in church right now.
What's wrong with your shoulder, JJ? You sound like you need some massage therapy or something. Physical therapy, something.
Motherfucker get that sweet drink, he be in there like, oh, doing the Harlem Shake, get that bitch.
Hey, yo, shoulder all the way up here. Like,
what's that shit?
What the fuck you did?
I'm dead.
When I tell the flow town, niggas be like, trap.
I'm not gonna take the dog.
What the fuck you do? When I go over to Dollar Town, niggas be like, yo, Gorilla Press, where the fuck you been? And I I look at him like, nigga. I ain't never left.
Left, it is
I'm right here in South Carolina, baby. We still rolling, we still rock. South Carolina, we still flying. All of the fire that y'all keep buying on the king. Y'all just lying. I got a new feed, my leader. We still rolling, blowing smoke out the speakers. Speaking so fast that y'all can't see ya. Telephone go to air bubbles out the sneaker. Jeepers, creepers, I'm a creature. Beat your wife, beat it till your wife starts screaming. You going up that gas, acting nutty like semen. Don't pass shit if it ain't good weed, man. I'm on fire. Y'all just dreaming. South Carolina, so just keeping. If you want beef, then y'all gon' fry. My G's rider, that's no lie. Down the block, to the inside. Days on my feet, days on my ride. 9/11 kamikaze, I'm so fly. It's cold pimping over here, nigga, do or die. We still rolling, we still ride. South Carolina, we still flying. All of the fire that y'all keep buying. I'm the king of the devil, y'all just lying. We still rolling, we still ride. South Carolina, we still flying. All of the fire that y'all keep buying. I'm the king of the devil, y'all just lying. Sipping on that gin and juice, and I'm getting loose. Some blood of that purple haze, now I gotta boost it. Talking all that bullshit like you the truth. Now I gotta shoot a ruler pool in the suit. Get back to the pool, get back to the beach, get back to the trap house, back to the streets. Back cooking cocaine, back serving fiends. I shoot you in your ass and your back on me. I get my bitch a daiquiri in the bag of weed, and we fuck all night like I'm trying to make a scene. I'm getting ratchet, causing a scene. Call the police, I'm calling my G's. My gun so big that it's called a machine. And I'm half-baked, still calling for weed. South Carolina gonna blow a due time. Couple thousand in my pocket and $1 million on my mind. We still rolling, we still ride. South Carolina, we still flying. All of the fire that y'all keep buying. I'm the king of the devil, y'all just lying. We still rolling, we still ride. South Carolina, we still flying. All of the fire that y'all keep buying. I'm the king.
I would like to meet Old Carolina. You gotta come to the US then. South Carolina in the house.
I'm up in the beat, you see it in the back, man. I'm smoking with the owner, you see it in the sack. I'm creeping in the sack, yo. I'm very real good in the hands, real fast. And do the smoke kids, I like it real fast. Hugging on the curb like I'm whipping the jag. Got a clip in the mag.
Oh damn, I know that's right.
Fuck with that scene, you be resting in peace. Just hand me the heat, leave the rest up to me. I push your red back like a pack of that deep. Hand me the work, watch me hustle the fiend. Hustle is crack rock, hustle is weed. Hustle is music, selling CDs. We still rolling, we still ride. South Carolina, we still flying. All of the fire that y'all keep buying. I'm the king of the devil, y'all just lying. We still rolling, we still ride. South Carolina, we still flying. All of the fire that y'all keep buying. I'm the king of the devil, y'all just lying. We still rolling.
I think I let this part ride out too long because I get tired of it. It's like a whole minute of that.
This is probably my favorite because of the actual lyrics.
My goal in life is to strive to do a little bit better.
Inspiration, Prince.
I know for a fact.
Yeah,
I don't do everything accordingly. And I do a lot of things I ain't supposed to.
JJ said, of course, I'm crazy.
So one thing I try not to do
Join the team, JJ.
is lie to the kids.
We all a little crazy.
My little man from Max Daddy.
See, you're only crazy for real if you don't think you're crazy. But if you can admit that you're crazy, you're probably not that crazy. You're normal crazy.
Yeah. At least you know when you're crazy, this life.
Right. But if you don't think you're crazy, that's when you belong in a cycle.
And I was the perfect timing. I'm gonna keep on riding.
That's what's up, Dino. Definitely gotta share the link.
So my kids can shine like diamonds. Now it's the perfect timing.
Tyson said, I don't think I'm crazy. See, now we gotta worry about you. And you from North Carolina.
So my kids can shine like diamonds. If you wanna know the real, you can read the dollar bill. And the truth is so cold, this is time to get the chills. And this world is so sick.
Yo, hit me up on one of the social media. Motherfucking Instagram, probably the best one, yo. So I'll be on Tumblr or Twitter anymore. But Instagram, send me a message on Instagram and we can talk. Argue or something done.
Normal crazy.
I'm itching for I'm actually itching for a commission. I haven't done a commission in a couple months now, so.
Has it been that long?
Did I do one last month?
I feel like you did. You finished one up, baby.
Not last month.
And you've been working on your own shit, which is what you want to
do. Well, I did like some little digital stuff.
It still counts.
Yeah, it does. It does.
You got paid for it.
The ill, what the only thing that I was gonna do was give you pills, prescribe you this, prescriptions for that, addiction to barbiturates, man, that's a new crack, and you ain't gotta smoke it all, just take a Marinol, everything synthesized, that's where we headed, y'all, and they gonna clone all the Bilderberg members, but the phoenix always gonna rise from the embers, like the winter solstice in the late December, 2012, Armageddon, just remember, you're here for a purpose, and your life is worthless, if you can't elevate your mind past the surface, wake up all your chakras, become a new person. You always in the spirit that creator made you perfect. Now with the perfect timing, I'm gonna keep on rhyming. No more truth denying. So my kids can shine like diamonds. Now with the perfect timing, I'm gonna keep on rhyming. No more truth denying. So my kids can shine like diamonds. I know 9/11 was an inside job and a lot of people died, but you can't blame a lot. Muslims didn't plant the bomb, no place at the Pentagon, but you can't blame Bush either. He was just a pawn, and they hide all the facts. Continue to carry on, so searching for the truth is like chasing leprechauns. If you want the problem solved, use brain over brawn. I respect Alex Jones, cause the info was a home. If I can save a bomb, was a real savior. He order on his own. And no, I'm not a psychic, but this Judas Christ, and yeah, this war is gonna change the place you call home. But when you went wrong, gotta do as the wrong. But what about the White Easter Island and Stonehenge? Too much pressure and stress to make your bones bend. I hope you.
When you just realized NYS is not a good combination.
If a person's on your bad side.
I know that's right.
But yeah, y'all, not that y'all gonna be able to come, but somebody got a birthday coming up, and he got an art show coming up.
Oh, I can definitely paint something for you, bro. Like you said, hit up my social media, and we can discuss everything there. I just need to see a picture. That's all, man. Just show me the picture.
You know what, Tyson? That's a good idea. I am gonna stream it. I didn't even think about that, and I'm glad. Your art show. Ha ha ha. We'll release it after, cause you. Okay.
You know what? I might get Chris to record that shit.
That would be nice. Yeah, he got his birthday is on June 2nd. Then he got his art show on the 4th.
Like, yo, Chris, you wanna give me a solid?
Happy age increase day. Yeah. Old ass country guy. I know, right? He didn't even want to do nothing for his birthday with his little funky self, and I was like,
It's just another birthday.
It's not another birthday. He gonna be 40.
Yeah. After you do that shit enough times, yo.
You just gotta get creative. See, that's the thing. Like, I done been to the beach for my birthday. I done did shit like that. But, like, if you booked me, like, I don't know, some place where I could go perform or have an album release, like, that would be a special birthday. I'd be like, all right. And this is special because you get an art show. You get to put your art up, whatever you want. You get to come up with your own name. Ain't nobody else's shit. Like, it's your show. You the king of the show. Night with the Prince. Right. I'm excited. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Yeah, I'll probably start advertising it next week sometime. Good year.
That's the only holiday I celebrate birthdays.
This motherfucker got short ass attention spans.
I mean, I agree, but I feel like the sooner you tell people, the better, because they can clear their schedule. Because it is on a Friday. Although most people will be off by the time the show starts, so.
Yeah, but it's first Friday too, so most people come out for first Friday anyway. Right. That's the thing, like.
Right, I'm excited as shit. I was like, what can we do for this man for his birthday? I was thinking so hard, like 6 months ago. It's still my birthday, and I'm like 5 months ago, whatever. I'm like, matter of fact, it wasn't even my birthday yet, and I'm like, what can we do for him? Like, I gotta figure some shit out. And then it's hard to get, like, I'm not an artist, so I don't know nothing about nothing. It's hard to get, like, a theater or a venue or an art show, and then if you do, like, they, you know, either want you to be a part of their shit or they want a lot of money. So, like, it's hard finding a place for an exhibit, but now I'm excited. It's not even my show, and I'm excited. JJ, yeah, if you send him the idea of what you have or a picture, then he'll paint it for you. But you gotta send him, you know, what you want.
Yeah, let me see the picture, man. Let me see the picture, and then you send me that deposit. As soon as I get my deposit, now I work for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you my boss, and you can tell me what to do until I get your painting done.
The oldest you've ever been and the youngest you'll ever be again. That's
At the
what Bob
same
said.
time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No, you don't pay me the whole thing. You just give me a deposit. You give me a portion of what I want. You just give me $200, and then I'll finish the whole painting. And then at the end, if you say yes, I do like that, you give me the rest of the money, and then I give you the painting.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, cause you gonna be out $200 one way or the other.
Yep. So you better come with that other money.
Yeah.
That's worth it though. You gonna have that art for
I
forever.
said, boss. I mean, I don't work for you. We working together. Let's do it like that. Now we're in a collaboration together, where we're both trying to get this painting to look the way you want it to look. Cause I've done work before where people don't like it, and I feel bad. You know, I really do, cause I couldn't please somebody with my technical skills or whatever. And I've had paintings, I've had commissions where people have wanted me to change stuff like midway through, like hard stuff too, like
it's a little bit.
Yeah, it's like it's like you're gonna set me back like 12 fucking hours on this shit now, but you still have to do it because I want the customer to be happy. I want my client to be absolutely thrilled with the finished product.
I feel like the only reason they wouldn't be thrilled is if they sent a shitty picture that you already warned about.
But then I tell people too, cause D-Wood.
Okay, so D1's painting.
I just have to use D-Wood as an example.
D1's painting did come out nice, but I was
hard,
scared.
yo.
I was scared too, cause that picture was.
I tried hard on that. And D1 asked me for like years, and I just kept telling him like, bro, it's such a bad picture, bro. It's not a good picture. But that's what my man wanted, yo. He wanted that shit.
It turned out great.
Yeah, it turned out way better than I expected it to. Honestly, it looked good when I was done with it, and he was pleased. And that's all I want, yo. As long as the client is pleased with the finished product, I'm happy.
Do you want to set the photos up? Yeah, it's just old. It was a dope picture.
That's all it is.
Old.
Yeah, that's the only thing. It's an old
photo.
But
that is the cool thing about having something from like it's the original photo. So that's cool.
Yeah, but now you got something that's the original photo but newer, and now you can preserve that too.
All right, I'm about to watch Baby Girl's thing real quick, and then I'll get back to y'all in the comments because I missed some comments. Oh, it's cute. It's a little pumpkin.
Yeah, the painting was pretty good.
It was pretty damn good.
Are you serious? You're gonna kill me over some pizza?
Yes. Yes. Who did the voiceovers?
D1, did you send me this already?
That's cute.
Did you send me that? I think I seen that.
Super cute. She's very talented. The little white guy that is talking shit. He got a nice little look to him. He looks like an evil bad guy. Alright, let's see. Tyson said the ones that don't go out, it goes to the basement. JJ said like Chronics, do it for the love. I'm not doing it for the likes.
I know that's right.
D1 said the painting was better than the picture. And Tyson said the painting was awesome. D1, you were 14? You dead ass?
Yo, he's had that picture his whole life. That motherfucker like 40 something now. Yeah, he had that picture forever, yo.
I see. He said, I'm holding on for a special day. I know that's right.
That motherfucker met Ali, yo, in person. And swear down, he was about to knock Ali out. Like, Ali put the chin on his like, Ali out. Boy, I'll knock you out. Come on. He's like, come on, young boy. Come on. I dare you. Ali,
Show me what you're working with.
That motherfucker had a big ass smile on his face. like a damn face about to break, yo. Motherfucker about to break his damn face smiling in that picture, boy. You see all his damn teeth.
They did come out so good though.
Yeah.
D1 says she gets videos from the net as voiceover and then she does her art. Okay, so she's already... Because I was about to ask, like, well, why the white man saying the N-word? But I was wondering, did you do the voice? But that shit was good, though. And the voices were good. It was quick. It was short. The art was really good. I like the little pumpkin. Just because it's unique. Like, there's no right or wrong with art.
Oh,
so.
That's why I think
that was super cute.
Yeah, because I heard that skits or somewhere before. Like, maybe on that eye-popping video things.
Yeah, because I was like, who did the voice? I mean, it was funny, but I'm just like, damn.
You gonna keep me up some pizza? Nigga?
But you ain't give me no pizza. Shit. That's fucked up. We kills over pizza around here. I don't know. I think we kill over Freezy Pops on the side.
What?
Freezy Pops.
You ate my last what?
Oh, yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
If I go get myself a Freezy Pop out the freezer, I better bring my man back 3. Even if he just had 3. Freezy Pop king. I'm like an ice cream and chocolate person. I never get tired of that. D1 said, love the G, and I let my idol. Tyson said, why can't you share? I share with you. Right, give me some pizza. So, sidebar, Elon Musk reveals that he has Asperger's on Saturday Night Live.
That's why he can't fucking sleep and his mind is always racing.
And he's so goddamn smart, yo. I swear, they are like the smartest people on earth.
He can't turn his fucking brain off.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker just think about shit all the fucking time.
And why is Chris Baby so cute? Oh my goodness. Oh, that hair too. He is so cute. That's a pretty ass baby.
They had a miscarriage almost 2 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I know he seems like he is like over the moon. And he's definitely his daddy's twin. Yeah. That must be Chris when he was a baby. And
can't wait for you to meet him in person though. We gotta get to New York one day.
Yeah. I want to see the baby. I'm like, you know how I am. I want to see the kids.
Because him and Ruby got 2 kids, though.
How old are his kids?
Ruby's son is a little bit older than one, and then the other one is like,
he got
8 or 9 months.
So he still got a young baby too.
Yeah.
You know, I love the kids. So I definitely want to meet Ruby because he's funny as shit.
Yo, crazy. And then Chris, that's a big ass dude. Chris like 6'3".
Yeah, I don't see him post all the time, but he definitely look like he's tall.
Tall.
But his son, I mean, literally, they hit. I would be so mad if I carried a kid for 9 months and it don't look nothing like me. Like, literally hit copy and paste. Don't look nothing like mom. Look just like that.
Yo, you look at Ruby's sons, they look just like that nigga. Like, mom ain't had nothing. Like, he made a kid by himself.
By himself.
I
will say, I look just like my mom.
Yeah.
I got my dad's eye color and his nose. But I look just like my mom. So I don't be too worried. But I be swearing them little boys be coming out looking just like their daddy's like, sir, you did not do none of the work. You did work one day.
Black boy Brandon, his son, like he ain't had no help making that little nigga, yo. Like he just cloned himself, yo.
I swear.
That shit be scary sometimes, yo.
I'll be damned.
Like, damn, bro.
Makes me hangry. Yeah, we be hangry on this side too. D1 said, damn, fart disease. But yeah, his baby is super cute. And I bet you she had heartburn so bad because that baby got a head full of hair. Everybody popping babies out right now. COVID quarantine got
What?
shit.
What if we just in the house? Fuck it, all day.
Yep. All day, all night, all week, all weekend, all month, all year. Like, what the fuck you expect? Just a Humpty man. It's a joke, okay?
So that shit was last summer. This summer, I honestly don't think Americans can hold out for another summer. If like these mandated mask and social distancing, all these things aren't lifted this year, like by next year, yo, I don't know, man, because people are so sheeple that I don't know.
Yeah, it's like half and half
Yeah.
with the divide, but it definitely, I'm over it my damn self. Like, fuck it. D1 said, Egypt, you sound like my baby mamas. They just carry my babies. They all favor me. See, I'd be damned. I'm be pissed off. I'm just saying. Like, you ain't do none of the work, and you still come out looking like your motherfucking daddy.
Like my son looked like a combination of me and his mom. Like he has a good bit of both our features.
No kids for you during COVID. I feel you, brother, man. Stay strong. Stay strong. 3 different women and they all look like me. Yeah, see, that's why I be damned. Like, okay, the son looked like his daddy, okay. But, like, if I had a girl and she was looking like her daddy, I'd be like,
So that's goddamn Tyson. You can't have kids if you ain't getting no pussy, nigga.
That's true.
I mean, that's obvious, but I have to point that shit out, though, bro. Motherfucker moved to North Carolina and think that New York accent gonna do something. Yo, what up, fam?
They probably melt as soon as they hear it, just because he ain't from there.
Oh my god.
I love your accent. Where are you from?
He's from the city.
Why y'all move so slow down here?
I swear, yo.
Take her to New York City and she be never want to come back to the East Coast or the North. I mean, I'm from Maryland, and my first couple of little times in New York City, I was like, I would never. Nope. Even if Travis today got into the best museum in the world, we gonna have to live in Jersey and commute to New York, because I can't.
I feel you, bro.
You said, I live with mine. Oh, so you got in-house. You just being careful.
Yeah, that's the best way to have it. Why?
In the house is the best line.
Yeah, in them streets.
You better be careful what you say though, Tyson, because you don't know. Watch next week.
Knock on some wood. Hurry up, Tyson. Knock on some wood, bro.
I ain't knocking for you, because next week she gonna be like, babe.
Hurry up, Tyson. Knock on some wood.
I got something to tell you. Oh shit, Egypt done called it. I know, like.
Do you want to say he got 3 baby mamas? I ain't gonna talk shit about you.
He said, hell no. Nah. Tyson, how many kids you got?
You married now.
JJ, how many kids you got? JJ, I'm guessing you don't got kids. Tyson said, get away from me. No, I'm sprinkling the pregnancy dust over there to you in the air. And I hope you receive it and catch it. Catch your blessing. Ain't that what they say? Babies is a bundle of joy.
Oh, shit.
A precious gift from God. The good Lord. Amen, brother.
Put that mojo out there in the universe.
I swear, like 3 people I went to school. One of them I went to massage therapy school with, but like 3 girls that I know, they all pregnant right now and they all due in November, like all around the same time, and they all having boys. Like that shit just in the air.
All their baby daddies are fucking.
No, the one I went to massage school with, her baby, they're an interracial couple, they're good. The one girl, yeah, she got pregnant and a dude bounced, but it happens. I mean, hey, if your girl get pregnant and you leave her because of that, you just the fuck nigga. I'm just saying. I mean, so I'm not gonna blame her for that shit, because they was together. But I'm not my business.
Go get Kevin Samuel on the ass. You already knew he was a fuck nigga. You know this.
Right? Yeah. Women, we be knowing.
This your first
We be knowing that they ain't shit. We be knowing.
This your first relationship? No, you should know. I already know that.
That girl like the one girl like 23 years old. She's still young. She still got time. I have 3 and my wife wants 2 more. I have 1 by default. It was a package deal. See? That's the thing. Like, especially if she don't have her own kids, like, can't get with somebody that don't have kids and not give them a kid because it's not fair. Just 1. Like, that's fair. Okay.
I mean, I had a package deal for a long time. And I didn't mind that, but I don't think I'll do it again, though.
The package deal with who?
Jarrell isn't my son.
Oh.
That's Danielle's son.
I mean, I know. That's why I was like, package deal with who?
Yes,
I
I never.
no package deal with
I wasn't. I mean, but I helped raise that little nigga for a long time, you know.
She was 4. Oh yeah, so that's your daughter then.
Yeah, my young boy, he was 3 when me and his mom got together until he was like. We broke up when he was 8, going on 9 years old when we broke up, and then for years and years, like I don't know, he's come stay with me over the summer and all kind of shit still.
Yeah.
But little nigga too grown now. He just started getting pussy and got homies and shit. He don't fuck with me like that no more.
And we all go through that stage.
Yeah. What? I didn't mind though. I mean, I think I helped.
My stepdad came around when I was like going into high school, but because I never had a father figure, like I still accepted him as my father and always said like, if I had kids, like he gonna be the grandfather.
Yeah, from 4 to 9, that's a lot of influence you have, bro. You know
You her dad for real.
Yeah,
I don't know if she got her own dad or not, but you basically her dad.
And that makes a difference. You know?
It definitely does. It's all good, JJ. But yeah, you might as well go ahead and pop that last one out so they can grow up together, because what you don't want to do is have your kid already in high school or college and then you popping another one out. I know a lot of people that done did that. Yeah, keep them babies close together. So now we talking about the wives and the baby mamas and all that. What did y'all get for y'all ladies or mamas or whoever for Mother's Day? Or y'all don't subscribe to that? It's okay if you don't. If you get your mama stuff all the time, then it don't matter. She wants 2 more?
Damn! Ooh. Hey man, hey, you gotta listen to Kim say, how hard does a man gotta work to support a family of 4 in America, trying to be middle class? That man gotta make, they do the math, $250,000 a year.
First of all, we're not talking about zesty ass Samuels right now.
It's a parody.
I'm just saying, he do be telling the truth,
said, I ain't got no kids.
But he is metro.
And you got, your wife want 2 more? Damn.
That's
bro.
Crazy. I could like...
My homie 2 years older than me, and he said that he's like, bro, if I find the right woman, he's like, I have another kid right now. I'm like, bro, your son about to be 22 years old.
Like, right, your son getting ready to have kids.
Yeah, nigga, he's like, what the hell is your son is grown as hell.
A lot of people do that though, but he still got energy and, whatever, so.
He said, man, look, hey, man, he's like, that's what we here for, man. Nigga, like, that's what you here for, bro. You gotta make these kids, boy.
These kids. Yeah.
Yo,
I mean, he already got 2. Me personally, I can't see myself having more than 1 kid. That's just me. Like, but 2 would be...
He said he was trying to get his wife pregnant again before they got divorced. But that's why really was like, he was like, yo, she wouldn't give it up nothing. He was like, yo, sex life was crazy, yo.
Oh, y'all so sweet. D1 said, I planted morning glory rose bush for my mom and ordered flowers and chocolates for my wife. That's what's up. You a good man. The missus wants a new iMac for her business and Echo Dot and dinner. Damn! She's asked for the whole shebang. Okay. No, that's right. Do it big. VX Panama said this is a nice painting.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, it's gonna be, I ain't gonna lie, yo. It's just the imagery already. And if I can just get the details in there, man, and make some of the colors pop and shit, bro, this is gonna probably be like my favorite still life ever, yo. Because it's like, it's traditional, but not traditional in a way. I don't know. I think I'm really, really gonna like this piece from this night. Like I say, I'm doing some paintings that are just for me. You know? Some paintings that if these bitches just stay in the house and no one ever outside of us, my personal friend group, ever sees this shit, then I would absolutely be fine with that. Because I already know once I put this type of artwork out there, people are going to criticize me as a person. And I don't give a fuck, because once again, these paintings are for me. And I might make this like one of the most expensive paintings I've ever done, just because if you want it, you're gonna have to really, really, really pay for this bitch.
Somebody who is like an avid smoker, gamer. Tyson said she does have a dad, but he's not as consistent as he should be, but no one's stopping him from seeing her. Well then, I ain't gonna talk bad about him, but he still need to do better. Well, that's what's up. You got your lady, the iMac for her business, the Echo Dot. You got mom and Echo Dot, online herbal growing classes, and you got her some. That's what's up. That's really sweet. You did good.
You're doing too much, nigga. Calm down.
No, you not. Set the bar high for these other motherfuckers. Set the bar high.
You're doing too much.
No, you not.
Bragging ass.
Doing good shit for your mama and your wifey. Yeah, y'all can't say shit like that when I'm in here. Anyway. Yo, Kevin Samuels is a metrosexual, huh? I don't agree with everything he says, but he does spit facts. That's what I just said. He tells the truth. And the women who come on the show are like the worst of the worst because they're just so stupid. And I'm like, yo. And then there's women like me that don't think like that.
And then sometimes it'd be like,
but
when
he
you
is
look at
metro.
him, it's like you look at the women, you be like, okay, she's gonna be a good one. And then no, she just started talking, it's just like, damn, bitch, dumb shit.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Kevin Samuels was definitely in the band and on the cheer squad, and he loves to wear like show his belt off, and he's just too old for certain shit. He's swaggy, like when he put his suits on, he be looking nice. It's just when he be having on them fitted ass turtlenecks with them scarves that like European style.
He can't dress casual. He can dress business professional, but
his suits though, his suits are killer. And I'm not one to hate. Kevin Samuels is not an unattractive man, as far as looks. And I think that he could get women, and I think that the women that come on the show give him the ammo that he needs because they're really like, I mean, they're like the one. She was like, she makes 6 figures, and she knew she wasn't attractive, and she just wanted somebody. She didn't say, I want this, I want that. She just said, I want somebody who makes the same amount that I do. So, like, that one was okay. But the rest of them, like the one who was like, oh, he cheated on me. And then he was like, well, what you do? Oh, yeah, I cheated on him. Like, girl, all right. Boo. Like, so yeah, but he is rude as shit, and his ass is metro. If I seen him walking down the street and he tried to talk to me, I would be like, you look like you just grabbed a scarf and a belt out my closet. Are those my sunglasses and my nose ring? But he don't, he be spitting. I ain't one to hate. I don't love him. I'll tell y'all that now. But
yeah, I don't love him either. That should be entertaining.
Because he's an asshole. He's an asshole, but it is entertaining.
And now I don't even hardly listen to him anymore. I be listening to the women now. It's just like, come on, man. I actually be hoping for a woman to like
be cool.
Yeah, to have a real good one and kind of like knock him down a little bit.
Do you think that he would even bring one of those through? Because I don't know.
But he wouldn't know. And that's his whole point too. Is like, you call me. I'm not calling you women. I'll let whoever get on here who want to talk.
Or like the one young girl, and he was like, well, if you want to be spoiled, go have your daddy take care of you. Especially, like, she was like 24. What 24-year-old do you know that really is balling? Like, people in their 20s are trying to get themselves together.
But she
to
was
be
bragging
secure.
on the fact that her dad.
My daddy do this. My daddy. Well, go be
And then
with
the
your
one
daddy.
girl, she said somehow she had her parents paying for shit, and they didn't even know that somehow she was using her dad money to pay for certain shit, yo.
Uh-huh. And he was like, tell your mama and your daddy to watch this video. Tyson said, when I check my family in PA, I will buy a painting in person. All right, now.
Tall words, boy.
Tall words. I believe it. You out there buying Echo Dots
and all that shit. Cause
Mac shit.
You come through, man. We smoking and drinking. I'm live streaming
smoking
while you
at
here.
No night.
I'm live streaming while you here, so motherfuckers know for real that motherfuckers really came through, yo.
But that's the thing, D1. It's nothing wrong with wearing simple stuff. Like, I could tell you this. I love when Travis cleans up, but I love my man just as much in a nice pair of sweatpants or some jeans and just a nice shirt. It's just how you put it together. That's all. And like I said, like, his clothes be expensive and clean and iron and all of that. It's just like how people always talk about Gucci Mane wife, how she be looking like country as shit. Like, it's just, you know, it's his style. I'm not gonna knock him.
But that shit Lil Wayne had on, even though he got like on $4,000.
That shit was a mess. Yeah, like you don't get
that?
no cut cards just because you famous. Like, his suits are bomb. But just his little other outfits, he be looking zesty. Like, you wear Dickies and polos with canvas shoes, and then you got suits and stuff, okay. But, like, Dickies, that's normal. Like, that's a man, like a man's outfit. Dickies, sweats, jeans, cargo shorts, shit like that. But, like, he just be looking like he got it from somewhere expensive, but it looked like it also came out of his sister's closet.
Mm.
I got blinded by her, but I let her go. She was 24.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with a young chick. You know, you just gotta make sure she ain't...
Yeah, I'd rather go with Termet too, cause that bud up they legal, yo. I be on this Instagram. Oh my god, yo, the shit he be having on Instagram just be like fucking crazy.
JJ, you must be in your 30s or 40s. You can mold a young chick, so to speak. I mean, that's not a terrible thing, because some older women tend to be stuck in their ways, but y'all older people be stuck in y'all ways too, so you gotta question, like,
This younger generation hate and learn, though, that's the thing.
Not me.
I didn't say you. I say in general.
You in your 40s. Yeah, I agree. But that's the thing, when you dealing, I can tell you from me as somebody who deals with older people, like, you don't mind learning from them, but it's the way they say it. Like, Travis taught me a trick, something so simple about knives. If you turn it this way, your blade will stay, you won't go dull as quick. I ain't argue with him about that. I'm like, oh shit, thanks, babe, for telling me that. But, like, in a last relationship, I felt like the motherfucker was, like, bossy and controlling. Like, dude, you're older than me. You're not my dad, though. Like, so, you know, it goes both ways. But the younger generation, we suck. We lack morals. All we want to do is be on our phone. But the y'all older generation, y'all stuck in y'all ways. So, we just all suck. Everybody just suck.
Yeah.
I need time to check out our homie Term.
Yeah, Hater Terminator.
Oh.
Blunt movie.
40s, there's nothing wrong with that. You could be with somebody younger. It just all depends on the person. All depends on the person. Because I know, you know, I don't like young guys. But, you know, I was with somebody older before and no. So, I mean, it just depends. You're never on your phone. That's good. I even have to check myself. Like, I have the little thing on my phone that's like, this is how much time you spent on your phone this week. And when I'm at work, I can't be on my phone really at all unless I'm, like, going to the bathroom or getting some water or something. So it's not so bad, but I even got to check myself sometimes and be like, all right, like, if you're going to be on your phone, at least read an article or something. Oh, wow. Yeah, just a different generation. Although I will tell you, I'm so glad I don't have to show my mom how to use a computer and her phone, because my grandma be like, how do you do it? Show me again. Like, oh my God. Okay, I'll show you for the 100th time how to make a phone call on your cell phone. It ain't her fault. Louise said, hey.
Yo, what up, bro?
Articles, no phone. I mean, that's good too, JJ. No, I'm just showing my age right now. That's all. And Travis has a great book collection. I actually got some of my books that I had in storage at my mom's this weekend, but Travis has some really good books. So I've been able to go through some of that.
I let Renee borrow that book too.
Oh, yeah.
That last book.
And she's like, oh, yeah. Oh, no, it was the other lady who was fascinated. Renee hasn't said anything about it yet.
Yeah, but
She's probably confused.
no, I already told her. I was like, this is.
It's deep.
No, it was more like an opinion piece, and I was like, I could have read this when I was in fucking high school.
Yeah, good place to start, though.
And that's what I told her. But at the same time, there's some references he made from other authors that I didn't hear of. And then the one guy I listened to a lot, Jordan Peterson, he talks about this one philosopher called Carl Jung. And then the author of that book, he said something about Carl Jung. And so I was like, so I guess I need to get this guy's book because this is two different theologists who've already said this guy's name. So now I want to read his material.
Right. You definitely got the lit book collection. Although I'll tell y'all that that Adventures of Baron von Trump book was actually really fucking good. I mean, it was made up, but it was good. I was actually shocked. And it's crazy, like, it was like this whole conspiracy thing because the little boy on the front looked just like Donald Trump's son. And then there's somebody named Pence in the book, too. So it was like, that's why I had to get it, because I'm like, what in the hell? But it actually ended up being just a really good adventure book, and I was shocked at how much I enjoyed it. And another person, like, a lot of people don't know him, but Deepak Chopra, he does, like, a whole bunch of, like, enlightenment type of stuff. But he got this one book called Power, Freedom, and Grace. And I, like, recommend that everybody read that shit, because when I tell you, like, I really hate dumb people, dumb drivers, and, like, I'm cool, but I'm quick to curse somebody out. Once I read that book, I feel like I found my zen. Like, he just gave me a different outlook on how to see things in the world. Don't judge me, but I miss my flip phone. I hate all these damn updates they auto-send while I'm on a call. I mean, I like the luxury of being able to, like, pop on whatever, like, Facebook, you know, whatever. But I do miss, like, MySpace days. And when you could still use, like, a payphone, and now you just got cameras in your face everywhere you go. Like, I feel like I have no privacy on my phone, no nothing. Because they listen to you on your damn phone, too. Every time we talk about something, that shit pop up. We were talking about Red Lobster yesterday, and then something pops up for Red Lobster, and I'm just like, and neither one of us, like, looked it up on our phone, and then here goes Red Lobster popping up. JJ said, looking good. D1 said, I'm familiar with the guru. Yes, I'm glad you know him. I really love Deepak. Like, I mean, I can't say, like, as a person, but I just think he has some good teachings. You like slamming the flip clothes hanging up. And then remember after, like, all the little chirp, after that they had the little flip phones, the razors. And then after that, they had the little sidekick that you could, like, swipe up. And everybody got the sidekicks and thought they were hot shit. Just like when G-Shocks were popular, yo. Everybody had a goddamn G-Shock.
You know, I've been so frugal, man. Like, when phones first came out, yo. Like, when cell phones got cheap enough for everybody to have, like, a little prepaid, I was still, like, one of the last people to get a cell phone, yo. And I had my home phone line for, like, years.
I miss having a home phone, because then, like, now, all the spam calls, like, I'd rather them call the house and I can just ignore
I was
it.
like the last person I knew who had a fucking home line, and it was like, nigga, why don't you just get a cell phone? Like, you know? Then I got a cell phone.
Ain't it funny how fast it went, though? Because just, like, 10 years ago, we just had house phones.
Yep.
Like,
and now it's just like, no, nobody don't really have that shit no more.
Yeah, like, 10 years ago, we had both. And then, like, now, like, nobody has a house phone. Unless you're super, super, super old. But even my grandma, she don't have a house phone.
It's kind of weird. Man.
My granddad does, but he also lives, like, in West Bumblefuck. But even him, he got a cell phone.
But you gotta have, like, at least both of them now.
Well, my granddad has to have that house phone because you seen his house, like, he don't really get good phone service, so.
And that's why landlines are still a good thing. And if there's a storm or something and you don't get good cell reception, a landline's gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why, and that was my main thing, like, always keep a landline, you know, because you never know what, if you don't have any cell reception.
JJ said I recommend you go camping. I mean, I would definitely go glamping. I don't know about camping. I needed like a whole tent, like to be enclosed. I gotta make sure like we're not anywhere where I'm gonna get attacked by bugs or animals or anything like that. I'm good. Cause I remember I went on some trail or something one time and they were like, oh yeah, sometimes there's bears here. And then one time I went to the Poconos and they were like, oh yeah, the bears would just walk into people's homes. And I'm like, okay, so when it's nighttime, I'm staying inside and I'm not coming the fuck back out. Won't catch me.
The last time I went camping with my Aunt Jean and Uncle Larry, there was something in our campsite.
And in Virginia, yo, and that's where I was on that trail at, and they were talking about, oh yeah, sometimes there's bears. No,
we were in Washington State.
Oh,
but then
what was it? A bear?
We don't know because Matthew wasn't born yet, and Haley was a baby. So Jean, Larry, and Haley were in the tent, and then I was in the tent by myself. And
Larry went out.
Nope, but Larry had his gun though, but. We just heard something. And
yeah, we gonna need a gun if we go
Larry was he was like, Travis, don't move, just stay still and don't move, cause our tents was close enough where we can talk to each other. But whatever the fuck that shit was, it was just like rummaging around our fucking camp, like,
trying to find some food.
Yeah, so it could have been a bear or something, and then after a while, you heard the noise stop, and that shit just left.
And some bears will leave you alone, but it depends. Like, remember that one where they did the voiceover? He's like, bitch, I don't want you, I want your friend.
Yeah,
He's all sniffing on her. Church
sidekick
too.
I would have fucking shit myself, you know?
Yeah, everybody was the shit with the razor and the sidekick, Tyson.
I was too broke for that shit. I just never had that shit, bro. Them shits always seemed too expensive for me back then, yo. Like, how much you pay for your phone? Like, it's that new shit, yo.
There's camps here, very fine, and what's that? What are you trying to say? Barbecues? Barbequins? What? BB Quins?
BBQins.
BBQins? Barbecuins? Is that an abbreviation? Very, very fun. Hey, look, as my mama say, if it's free, it's me. Okay. Plus, I'm always down to do something I haven't done. I've been on a boat before, but I've never been on a cruise. I still haven't been outside of the United States, and I still haven't officially been camping. So, like, those are my things to do.
I definitely gotta leave this fucking country one time, man.
We tried to go. I was gonna try to get us a cruise for his birthday. It was expensive, but he's gonna be 40, so that's like monumental, I guess, milestone. But first of all, that shit was really expensive, and then on top of it, fuck the expenses. We had to quarantine once we got there, so we both would have had to miss like at least a week or two of work.
Yeah, so you have to take, if you want to go on a week vacation, you have to take 2 weeks.
If you don't have to take 3, you might have to take 3.
Yeah, one you gotta go over there, quarantine for a week, then have your vacation, and then come back and quarantine for another week here. It's just like,
so 2 to 4 weeks. Then so yeah, it was just like it just wasn't reasonable for us to do that. But hopefully soon. I wanted to do it because even though it's expensive, it's like a lot of stuff is cheaper right now, like especially like U.S. travel. So that's kind of my thing, is just to like hit the little states. Like I haven't been to Connecticut yet. But at my job, like we have another part of my company that's in Connecticut, so I've been kind of dying to go there and see their beaches and get some of their, they say they got some good lobster out there too, so I guess because it's so close, but I'm definitely trying to make that trip, for sure. We both have like, I feel like covered down south. I've been like Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. Yeah, I'm definitely over Florida. For sure. He's barbecue. It's like, well, I'm definitely down for that. Do y'all eat s'mores, or is that just like an American thing? Tyson said, I received my due to failed transactions from a business. Options were given. Oh, I received mine due to failed transactions from a business. Fucking 40 times. 40 times for what, JJ? Here they double the price of constructions. Yeah. I definitely wouldn't mind doing Canada, but like I said, right now we pretty much only, I feel like, have an option to do like the US. But we talked about going to the Norman Rockwell Museum. Our plans got canceled, but we're gonna definitely do that within the next month or two. So hopefully when we do that, I can see a beach, and then that'll be another state off my list. I've also never been to Texas either. But I've done Cali, I've done Nevada. I gotta do Texas, Washington, Arizona, and Connecticut, and then I'll be happy. I don't need the little random like Idaho and shit like that. But yeah, the prices, the flights were like, they're down. Like if you want to go to Vegas, you can go for the low. I tried to talk Trav into doing that, but he was like, nah. I love Vegas. And it's not like all like what you see on TV. I'm a laborer. I do it all. I know that's right. What time is it? 10:30.
Should get quiet when the old lady leave out, man.
Teen worker was accidentally misgendered. It's exactly what you would think. Also notice that in these videos, you never hear the misgendering take place. You just hear the reaction. And what a wonderful country we live in. Here you go.
No, stop trying to gaslight trans people and tell us that we're crazy. Crazy. You need to fucking be mindful of other people and stop being a fucking scumbag and you're a liar. I've heard you. Stop fucking gaslighting trans people. Alex, I'm gonna be talking to corporate.
Super serial.
Okay? That's bullshit. You don't fucking harass me.
Order men pig.
Yeah, you did. I'm walking out here like, have a good night, sir. What the fuck is that? No, you don't fucking do this to trans people. This is discrimination. No, this is discrimination.
He's just trying to say, I didn't say sir.
Harassing people is it's a slur. Do you not understand?
Is this real? Yes.
Yeah.
Sir is a sir. Is a slur.
It really does sound like Trey Parker, and this is a fake chicken lick.
Look, I love how now they have the entire employee committee going, what in God's name is that thing?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm stoned out of my mind.
Vagina.
Yes.
Stoned out of my mind selling chicken.
Yeah.
Everyone here wants to be dead. No one wants to work here. They're all just
You've
like...
seen those videos of how chicken McNuggets are made and it looks like sort of the bubblegum flavored toothpaste you had when you were a kid?
Yeah.
I'd rather be that.
It's Los Polios Hermanos and Gus is about to come out of the back.
I had to do 9 hours of this, and you just yell at me the whole time. It makes it so much better.
I think people need to be aware of here. That's not a stable person. I just want to be clear. That is not a stable person. A, I don't believe that person was misgendered. You see this all the time. They think that it counts as evidence. And B, look, that's not someone looking to achieve a goal. If a straight man were to go, and let's say an employee were actually disrespectful and said, yeah, look, you have either a goal here where you want to de-escalate the situation, and you shouldn't be looking for a physical confrontation, you would say, what'd you call me? And maybe slap them. You wouldn't be getting hysterical solely for the purpose of attention. This is a narcissist who is looking for attention. This isn't someone who wants an actual confrontation. This isn't someone who actually wants the manager, who wants to correct a wrong. This is someone who is acting like a child. But a synonym for that is brave and beautiful.
Yeah. Well, let's just assume that he actually did. Who's the bad guy here?
Yeah.
The video shows very clearly that person, we don't know which way, but it is the bad guy.
Yes.
The chick is the problem. The young person behind the counter, because I don't want this to happen twice.
Yeah.
Who's wearing sweat-filled gloves and has a mask over their face. It's like, I'm 300 degrees.
Yeah.
I have to dress like a surgeon while selling you chicken. Everything's stupid.
In my defense, ma'am, I thought you were a fever dream.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.
This is discrimination. Yo, trans people be going in, yo. I heard you call me sir.
Yo, at work, I don't say sir or ma'am unless I talk to, like, it's a couple and they'll be like, oh, it's my wife, she, da-da-da-da-da. But I literally wait for them to address themselves as something. Because I just don't want no smoke. Because nowadays, you can just never be too sure. I don't identify. I'm non-binary. Oh, I'm so sorry. So what do I call you? Call me they.
Get your first month free.
Okay,
Go
they.
woman, then only $10 a month.
I ain't making fun of nobody, y'all. It's just a little bit confusing sometimes. To each their own. No judgment.
Today I'm going to tell you why the GS350 are really good cars. Now most people admit these are very good looking cars, with an exception here. Great candy apple red, but they painted the aluminum part
I'm
here.
just saying, where my 28
on that side and on that side. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Here's my wife's Lexus that's 8 years older. And hey, the rubber molding's still in pretty good shape and looks fine. They shouldn't have done that, really. Hers has the chrome-plated, sure it's plastic, but it's chrome-plated plastic handles that still look good. Well, this has the painted handles.
Michael J. White said
They're
that
ready to
shit,
get a little bit
Everybody
chipped.
noticed
I like the
that
chrome
shit.
one.
And I was like, stop Asian hate. And everybody else is like, yeah, stop Asian hate. But motherfucking black people like Black Lives Matter. And they're like, no.
All lives matter.
All lives matter. It's like, why is it so different? You know, and these are these points in society where everybody can clearly see the difference, but they say, oh, black people are treated the same as everyone else. And
then you ask white people would they want to be black, and then nobody stands up.
Yeah, we're clearly not treated the same. We're clearly not treated the same. And it's obvious, and then shit like this makes it obvious, where you can get laws passed for Asian hate crimes.
After a couple of months, or a year, let's say, and black people been going through this shit for how many years? How many hundreds of years? But just like how they're like in Oregon, they're like letting people do whatever, which granted, yes, let people do what they want. But that's because them senators and politicians and all them people, they're tired of their kids getting locked up for doing coke and heroin and beating their wife. All the shit that they do that they get away with. And, you know, there's black people in jail for fucking selling weed and it's legal in half the world.
And that's that main thing right there. It's like, they said their nephew and their son that went to jail for coke and a little bag of heroin. It's like, yeah, but he works and he owns a business. He's not a bad guy.
He went to rehab. He just does coke every weekend.
It's just a little bit of this. And it's like, well, we can't have everybody going to jail for this. So let's make it all legal.
Yep. I stopped hanging out with this lame that kept referring to me as sir, and he knows my name. Also, he's 66, calling me sir is sarcasm annoying. Yeah, and I mean, like, I'm a, like, ma'am and sir type of person, but because I was raised like that, but I'm not, if I know your name, I'm not going to be like, sir, like, that's annoying. But just nowadays, D1, like, I be trying to be sensitive, I don't want to piss somebody off at work, and she's a female, but she likes girls, and she doesn't want to be called a female, even though she is a female, so, fine, I'll call you that. So I just call people by their names as much as I can. Last thing you want is to get cursed out by a homosexual or whatever, because the list goes on. Transsexual, asexual, non-binary. I'm not a ma'am. I'm so sorry, ma'am. Sir. Not sir either. Ma'am, sir?
Well, let's do that one. Louder with Crowder, there's only 2 sexes proven.
Well, that's the thing. No, like, again, we don't care if you want to dress up, cross-dress as a woman. I don't care if you want to dress as a man. I don't care if you want to be a butchy dyke. I don't care if you want to be what they call a flaming flamboyant, you know, gay boy, or if you're just a regular person that nobody knows what you are. I don't care. But I don't walk around like, oh, I'm straight. Look at me. You should be straight. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't give a fuck what you like. I don't give a goddamn what you like. But it's when you get into all the, I want to be called this and be called that. Well then, can I be transracial then? Can I just change what my race is real quick? Can I be like Rachel and just decide, oh, I don't want to be white no more. I'm black now. If you think you're a man but you were born a female, I'm going to call you Mary or nothing at all. But again, no judgment. I don't want to sound insensitive.
Thank you. Thank you for putting on
your gay. It's just confusing with the whole gender thing that I can't understand.
A real conversation. Change my mind. For those who haven't seen the series, this is just a series here where we set up shop, pick a controversial topic, and allow people to change my mind. Sit down, unedited, you get to see what happens when a real conversation transpires. Not set up to be a debate, just a conversation. We set up at a campus. Today is, there are only 2 genders. Change my mind. You will see 3 different people. A full hour of Change My Mind today.
I mean,
in chronological order. And I wanted you to see, specifically,
I don't believe in
3
abortion
different
for
approaches,
myself.
3 different tacks.
But if somebody else wants to get an abortion, it's her fucking body.
Trying to change my mind, regardless of the fact that we didn't change ours. So
the heart does start beating in like 2 months.
It doesn't matter how you treat people, they are coming in, I guess we can say, cocked and loaded. And after the video, you can stick around to
I'm an old head.
See where you can buy Team Mind shirts to become a part of the team.
Also magical. I've never fallen that fast. Someday and as I say, never done. I've never.
Thomas. Steven, nice to meet you. Okay, so you know, this is just a series we do where let people know my point of view. There are 2 genders. Go ahead and change my mind. It's the opposite of cable news. We're not going to edit anything out of context. You said you disagreed. I'm open to new ideas.
Well, I'm wondering the phrasing of the question.
Right,
Are you
just let people
arguing
do what
that there's not more than like man and woman? Or are you arguing there's not a difference between sex and gender, or?
Yeah, I think there are 2 genders, male and female.
Okay, so you're saying that male and female is a gender, not a sex.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And see, that's where I would have to disagree.
Okay.
You're saying that male and female is something that would be like, for example, you probably have a penis, a male sex organ, as would I, but.
Why would you assume that? But you assumed it, though.
Okay, I did. I apologize.
Why? Because you're a fucking man and you know what a man looks like.
Yeah. It's interesting to me that you assumed that I have a penis.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because of how you look?
Because you seem...
Exactly. He's already killing his argument to start with.
That's why?
Yes.
It wasn't because of my bone structure or my penis bulge.
Well,
I'm not looking at your penis bulge, bro. I was just saying.
Male and female is different than being a man or a woman.
Okay.
In fact, that we have, as a society, created man in the male gender roles, and just as women gender roles, just as we would anything else the same way that we would say that.
It don't take a long time for him to get a crowd, yeah.
Like,
I don't know, the music is.
Yes, feminine and masculine is one thing. We all have feminine and masculine energy, but that's not what he asked you. Because that's where he's trying to go with it.
If you were male or female, if you identified more as a man and the gender roles that go with being a man.
14 people there maybe right
They're
now.
always rude to us because they want to be
that
us.
Sex and gender
are
very different.
Yes.
Okay, I understand. So that's your premise. So that's based on kind of modern gender theory. When did that start?
I wouldn't know.
Okay. So why, let me ask you this before we get to the history. Why do you accept that premise?
because it makes
Wait a minute, gender theory?
it makes sense, just as we would.
Ooh, babe, pause it real quick. Oh my god. I said, you go girl to one, and they said, I'm dead. I'm not a girl. Then asked me to help them with the heavy box. I said, I help women.
Damn.
That's what I said. Listen, I want somebody to open my goddamn door, and I want to be able to say, oh yeah, I cooked for my man, or I did this for my man. I don't know. Like, I'm not totally traditional. I don't want to be like a stay-at-home housewife or nothing. That's boring. Be in the damn house all day. But like, bro.
Man, say you want to love them all.
Open my door. Carry my boxes. Just like the Caucasian individuals that hate us want to love them all. I'm done. And it's just like, how you so mad at somebody for not understanding, and then you go and ask them white people about black issues, and they're like, I marched. Black Lives Matter. Like that shit we watched last night with Michael Shea.
No, that was...
Tyson, were you wrong? No. Because that's why I don't call myself a feminist, because I understand why women are feminists, because you got a lot of misogynistic assholes out there, and for a long time, men, I'm not even bringing race into it, but men have ruled the world, especially white men, we know this. Because even white women got their rights before black men did. But, like, so I get it. But I can't call myself a feminist because you got all these feminists out here who straight up are bashing men. And you keep saying you want to be equal. And, yes, I want to be equal but different. Like, it's a difference. You know what I mean? I still want to be in my feminine bag. And, you know, I've opened the door for men. Like, if they're carrying a box. But, like, if we both got our hands empty, you should be opening my door. Just like if I'm a woman, I'm going to have certain feminine qualities and shit that I do for you. So it's like we're equal, but we're still separate. And that's why I just can't get with that whole like feminist and all that other shit. But you definitely not wrong for that shit. Shit, you ain't no woman, carry your own shit.
People from the past I put in race, of course that they have. And that's the thing that's so hard to deconstruct now. And so it's been like this for a long time, and it's going to take almost twice as long to deconstruct it. And we're just really beginning to deconstruct the whole race theory and idea of superior races or superior ethnic groups or cultures or whatever, you know.
I was just watching that today about the 14 different types of human groups from the beginning to the end. And it always goes back to Ethiopia, somewhere in Africa. I mean, you got a lot of people that say we come from monkeys, apes, whatever, but we started with the oldest fossil that they found was a black lady.
Yeah.
So.
And now they're finding the oldest evidence of human activity is somewhere in South Africa, where they found like evidence of cooking fires of like millions, like 1 point something million years ago. Motherfuckers in Africa was already manipulating fire, yo.
Which would make sense of why we evolved and why our faces and our jaws aren't so big now, because now they can cook their food. They're not eating that tough ass raw meat that they were eating in the beginning. But yeah, like, people are amazing how far we've come, and it's like that shit was a long time ago, but it wasn't that long ago. Like, and then it talks about like, oh well, they migrated here, they migrated to Australia, they migrated to these parts of Europe, so it makes sense. Like, just saying, we came from a woman, and she was black. Not that it matters, but it does matter. Like, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like, that was so long ago, that's not helping our case. That's why I said it don't matter. But It's an important part of history, though, that people like to just skim over, like.
No, they don't. Everyone knows it. The European knows it the most, and that's why.
I mean, yeah, but they still, then they come back and they're like, but we were here.
Yeah, and they try to bury it so much. Like, we hate that you are the mother and father of all humans.
We're going to break the noses off of all these statues. And we're going to scribble all over your hieroglyphs.
Oh, and that's something else I just watched. A little short documentary about some Chinese people got a permit from Egypt to try and build a pyramid in Egypt. And they were going to make it 1/9 the size of Khufu's pyramid.
Because the pyramids are huge.
And so they couldn't even do it. They said they were going to do it with primitive tools and a primitive matter, because the Japanese are smart. They already figured out how to do it. And they said, we're not going to use anything. And so they had to quarry the stone. They went to the stone quarry and started chiseling out their own blocks of stone. and they couldn't get the blocks out, so they had to wind up using jackhammers to get their blocks, and then they tried to transport them from the quarry to the site, and it was fucking up, and they had to get some helicopters and shit to help them. And
to build it, and then even the pyramids now, they're aligned perfectly with the stars.
Yeah, and then they had to use some cranes to help stack the blocks, and that was it. It was just a solid structure. Whereas
that's the biggest mystery.
The pyramids, this shit got rooms and chambers, and some of the fucking stones on the interior of the pyramid are like 60 tons, 80 tons, and it's like there is no way in hell the Japanese could ever figure out like how to build a pyramid like that. With those heavy stones, and still have like chambers and breezeways and all kind of shit like inside that motherfucker, yo. Yeah, the Japanese, that motherfucker was defeated.
I get the petty from my mama. Tyson said, "LOL, you want to roll today, Tyson?" Be surprised we need no humans to meet.
We need no humans.
Check your mailbox or check out back. Your package should be there. Yeah, I just got a message that said it was delivered. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to you. Yeah, I just gave Travis the rest of the leftovers.
No animals, no humans are animals to mate. What?
I want to see somebody build those pyramids now. Like, who's gonna do it?
No, that's what I say, like, and that's how.
But that's the thing, like, were they super big or did they have tools? I mean, I've seen something that said, like, the original, before the Homo erectus, that they could run for, like, 5 hours straight. Oh, you got it. Good, good, good. Well, I'm glad you liked it. Happy Mother's Day, and I love you too. All right, I'll talk to you later. All right, bye. My grandma just got her gift, and she's crying.
How was the Great Pyramid built?
Are any animals? I meant human. Oh, you meant in vitro. Yeah. She is saying in beauty. I mean, there's nothing wrong with in vitro babies. A lot of women do that. Y'all men just don't know how much women gotta go through, man. Y'all gotta go through shit, but physically, body-wise, what we go through. Yeah, I'm interested now, because it's just like... And then, just like I said,
Only
it's
go
a
back
line,
to
so
1978. When the
You're jumping around on topics today, it's all good.
pyramids and Sphinx were constructed at Giza, Egypt. But let us only go back
says you can
to
use this on wooden
1978. It was then that Nippon Corporation of Japan received the mission from the Egyptian Antiquities Department to attempt to build a small model pyramid, a mere 60 feet or 20 meters in height. Nippon Corporation wanted to use only primitive tools to construct their pyramidal model.
Oh, that's the
They went to a nearby limestone quarry to obtain their stone, one near the east bank of the Nile, just opposite Giza. They chose stone, chisels, and hammers to cut out the rock. But they were only partially successful, and so they had to resort to air jackhammers to actually remove the stone.
That ain't how the Egyptians did it, or did they? Did they have
Next
machinery
task
like that?
was to move the blocks across the sands and the Nile River. 100 men were employed, but in the end, Nippon Corporation mainly moved the rock by truck and by steamboat.
And that's the thing. How many people did the Egyptians
In this
have
rare
building
film footage, we
versus how
see
many
the
people they
racks
had?
that were used to haul up the 2- and 3-ton blocks. Finally, cranes and even a helicopter were used. The Great Pyramid has something between 600,000 and 2 million blocks of these sizes, and about 200 steps instead of the 9 steps that were accomplished here. Interesting to note that although the average block in the Great Pyramid is about 2 to 3 tons, there are stones inside that are 50 to 60 tons that are made of granite.
Granite.
So how did the ancients accomplish such a great feat using only primitive tools?
Can't figure shit out still.
Our research over the years, the find of the Osiris tomb with others using ground-penetrating radar, and the sun measurements of various chambers inside the Great Pyramid using computerized software showing very sophisticated musical cues, suggests that there was indeed a very unique group of mathematicians and engineers behind the construction of this seventh wonder of the ancient world. Earth Milk, Ancient Energy, and the Academy for Future Science believe that there are unique energy forces that were tapped by the earlier creators of the Great Pyramid and the pyramids of the Giza Plateau, combining not only sound vibrations, chemical batteries for certain forms of electrolysis, unique water hydraulic systems, but also using certain constructs around the pyramids as natural battery units, combining energy on the surface with subsurface energy sources. The Japanese attempts to construct the exterior nature of the Great Pyramid cannot account for the precise uniqueness of the interior corridors and chambers and rooms that have unique acoustical properties, nor the interconnecting underground cavities and passageways that connect with all pyramids. So the question arises, who really built the pyramids? The earlier strata of civilization, or perhaps a super intelligent group of artisans, mathematicians, and musicians, known acoustical vibration theory?
No location in 1970.
Even in 78, they couldn't redo that shit without using some cranes, and the Japanese, we figured it out. We know how they did it.
And
they
they
went out
only
there
did one ninth of the original?
Yeah, and they went out there on site and got started and couldn't do that shit. And like you say, that's not even including like all the the inside chambers, the underground passageways and chambers. It's like, y'all never figure that shit out, yo. And like you said, somehow they had the water running underneath the pyramids, connecting all of them, and then whatever stone, the combinations of stone, because some stones are solid granite, some stones are solid quartz, some stones are limestone, and the combination of these stones, the water and vibrational frequencies, like they said, that whole shit was made energy some kind of way. They used that plateau to generate energy.
Yeah, nobody to this day can do it how they did.
Now, I can't even imagine like what exactly stopped their civilization. Like,
Hate us.
why that shit just don't even, what happened to all that knowledge, yo? I don't even see how. Well, they say Alexander the Great came in and conquered that shit, but it's like you would just burn up all this great fucking knowledge of how all this shit fucking works, like.
Right. Like at least steal it for yourself,
Yeah,
but don't.
that shit don't even make no fucking sense. You just destroy it. You destroy something you don't even understand.
We are the aliens. I mean, I'm sure we are the whoever else is out there in the galaxy.
Do you think we went into the future, or aliens are us from the future or something? That's a good hypothesis that a lot of people postulate.
Or that we come from the Anunnaki.
Oh yeah, that we are, star children from Nibiru.
I mean, the way they describe them, like, it could make sense, but who's seen one? So, it's just like believing in Jesus. And no offense to anybody, but just a disclaimer, because I have to say that. But, I mean, to me, it's the same as believing in anything.
Yeah, Santa Claus or...
Although it makes logical sense, unlike... I mean, Santa Claus was a real... Saint Nick was a real person, but, like, the whole everything else... Or just like Easter, people don't know why they celebrate Easter and about Ishtar, so... All that shit is like... But it's definitely possible. We question, like, are we in a purgatory of some sort? But then, like, I'm not religious, so that don't really make sense. And I often question, like, are we in... I mean, I know, like, a matrix is just the environment in which something lives in, but, like, I question, like, are we in a matrix? Are we in some type of, like, controlled simulation that, like, it started off as something and then, like, it just broke off and started doing its own thing? Like, I just feel like we'll never know. Just wake up, like, 30 years from now and it was just all a bad dream. Avni are the most richest men in our galaxy. OVNI.
You gotta look that up. Who's that? Don't get me started on some new shit. Trying to tell me who rich is in the fucking galaxy.
There's a whole bunch of stuff.
I mean, in the galaxy.
Avi, the Sus, I don't read that language. Video, Potrado, Avni.
It's Italian?
Looks French or Italian, but then something looks Hispanic. This says Puerto Rico. I mean, Latin. Let me see the right word. They even got a little cartoon on it. Nuevo, oh yeah, this is Latin. Nuevo, Ovni, say hi, and Fortnite? The Pentagon confirmed authentic video of OVNI. I can actually read that in Spanish. El Pentagono confirma. I still want to see that movie.
Sorprende a todas las mamás de tu vida con un regalo que diga gracias de corazón. Llévate 15% de descuento y Kohl's Cash en regalos para el Día de las Madres que
It's very rare that I actually will see an actual movie in the theaters.
Vamos a cambiar totalmente de tema. Y un tema interesante para muchos, en el sentido de que el Pentágono confirmó que este video de visión nocturna que pueden ver en pantalla fue tomado desde un barco de la Marina fuera de California, mostrando un triángulo que vuela no identificado sobre el buque. Según el periódico New York Times, durante la pandemia se reportaron unos 300 avistamientos de presuntos ovnis en la ciudad de Nueva York. Increíble, pero cierto, cada vez
I was gonna say, but I've
asustando
sworn a
más,
couple of
porque
times I've
cada
seen
vez
a
el
UFO
Pentágono
before,
continúa
but I mean, then
confirmando
again, it's
que
like,
desconoce
dark,
de
it's late at night.
estos ovnis, estos objetos voladores no identificados.
I mean, there's like nothing in English. So.
Yeah, sorry we don't speak any.
No estamos solos. Telenovela.
I'm not fluent in any other language.
No estamos solos. Las historias de. Okay, I can't read that. The more rich you are, the further you are. Okay, so we have a conspiracy theory. About some There's like a little light in the sky. I mean, I've seen something like that before.
The more rich you are, the more what?
He said the more you rich, the more you are furthest. But I think he meant the richer you are, the
Para
further
conocer
you
una de
are.
las historias más emblemáticas de ovnis en La Pampa, hay que alejarse un poquito de Santa Rosa y manejar hasta este lugar. Es un pueblo muy chico, se llama Winifreda, a unos 50 kilómetros de Santa Rosa. Y acá transcurre la historia de Julio Plato.
Hablo un poquito.
Y es la más interesante de todas, porque involucra ovnis, pero además involucra
I feel like I just can't like get it that fast, like, and I stuck in both of my hearts. I don't know.
Alright, we about to get out of here, guys. Did like 4 hours. Might figure out something to do for the day. Didn't hear back from Chris, and I hate aggravating people. So if he contacts me, I'll definitely go over there.
Here's something in English.
But we might go to Lowe's instead of going to Home Depot.
When I was 12 years old, my guides told me
in night vision video.
And we want to get some damn food. Look,
Alright, so I got
me alone, very far away. So you telling me, JJ, that you secretly rich and you live in the next motherfucking galaxy? Why you ain't beam us up?
Yeah, beam me up, Scotty.
Okay. Y'all got space weed and space liquor?
I'm trying to think if I should do
From a Navy destroyer, a mysterious flying triangle above the deck of the ship. The Pentagon confirming the images obtained by documentary filmmaker Jeremy Corbell were taken by Navy personnel, expected to be a part of a report on unidentified aerial phenomenon to be presented to Congress this summer. Already online, some skeptics say the images are caused by cameras trying to focus, but some of the objects go beyond just flying in the sky. One shows a spherical object dipping into the ocean, similar to an incident in Puerto Rico, where an object was tracked buzzing an airport, then flying into the water, popping back out before appearing to split into two and disappearing. Over the last several weeks, some of the nation's top former intelligence officials have been focused, but some of the objects go beyond just flying in the sky. One shows a spherical object dipping into the ocean, similar to an incident in Puerto Rico, where an object was tracked buzzing an airport, then flying into the water, popping back out before appearing to split into two and disappearing. Over the last several weeks, some of the nation's top former intelligence officials have been raising eyebrows. Former CIA Director R. James Woolsey said he knew of a case where a plane was paused in midair.
A friend of mine was able to have his aircraft stop at 40,000 feet or so and not continue operating as a normal aircraft. What was going on?
In December, ex-CIA Director John Brennan said it was arrogant to believe there are no other forms of life other than the ones on Earth. And former intelligence chief John Ratcliffe says officials have been tracking technology beyond our capabilities.
We're talking about objects picked up by satellite imagery that are difficult to explain.
Like another incident off the coast of California in 2004 when a fighter squadron encountered an object that seemed to defy gravity.
That's what they say. If it really is another country
I honestly
doing
don't
this
know.
shit,
I don't
that's
think
touchy.
that we have developed that technology. I don't think we developed it on this planet.
Video from that encounter and 2 other incidents were officially released by the Pentagon last year.
Say no, but the real scientists and people like that, they always say
Now,
yes
new
to other
sites of the
life.
Pentagon could declassify more
Now that I
sightings
can believe.
of what they can't explain.
Hey guys, now here's the
I
thing
lost
about
my
those
phone.
last 3 F-18
RNCP,
videos. I recently asked the
Panic
former
from
director
Lights.
of the Advanced Aerial
said
Threat
aliens are already
Identification
here.
Program at the Pentagon.
Yeah, probably living among
Are
us.
those the only videos that the government has? He said no. Those were probably the least compelling videos. And in some videos, you see an object about 50 feet away from the cockpit. Guys. Okay, that's crazy.
You know, I don't want to say I don't believe because I don't want them to come prove me wrong. Exactly. And by the way, think about
flying of this shit, and then that close you can see too much detail. You can really see like what it is, and they won't show us those videos. They just show us those little grainy ass shits, you know. So they have an idea, and that's why some of these guys say, I don't think that shit is from this fucking planet. And if you ever see that shit up close, you may think the same thing, like, this is not no Russian or some Japanese shit, like, what the fuck is that?
We are visiting ourselves, so we have like a doppelganger on another planet somewhere, and this is just our human experience that we're having.
Or once again, is it the
That's
time
what-
travel shit?
that's
Are
what
we
Jake
coming
just
back
said.
from the future? Like, are humans in the future coming back trying to tell us and give us a warning about something?
Yeah, it could be so. I mean, Tesla has some shit on that time travel.
That's that whole fucking what's it, Academy? What was that show?
Umbrella Academy?
Yeah, all about.
Oh yeah, they came back to save the world from the one girl.
Yeah. All right. Wait for me, babe. I'll come.
Babe, I'm hot. Okay, well, let me keep the door open at least.
I just want to throw some of this color in there and see. Alright, guys. We've been here for 4 hours. Appreciate everybody rocking with me. You know how we do.
358 comments. God damn.
Yeah, alright. We've been talking today.
Had a good conversation about a lot of stuff. About laymen, aliens. I'm not a lady, but carry my boxes like I'm one.
Alright, I just gotta clean these brushes off.
Alright. I might go get my eyebrows. I'm trying to find a different place to go to because I did not like that last week. Well, thanks for the info, JJ. That was interesting. Something else to binge watch videos on YouTube today. It's been real. Hope y'all have a great Sunday. Hope y'all made your mamas and grandmamas and wifeys and all that happy. I'm fucking tired right now. I was just up for 3 hours for no reason.
Anybody got any plans, like real plans for this afternoon? Some of y'all better be cooking dinner. As long as my job got paper towel, I got paper towel. Never run out of this shit.
It was just some tough love, y'all. Oh, thoughts. I thought it said tough love. Save us from ourselves. Yeah, definitely do that.
Alright, those are clean. Let me turn this shit off.
Got a lot done.
Fucking, this button gets stuck sometimes.
Jay-Z said, seriously, I like you guys. Nice open conversation. Well, thanks.
Yo.
We like you too, Jay.
Facts, bro. Man, fuck the conversation, man. You better like my damn art.
He already done said he liked it 3 times.
Oh, okay. It's about the art, man. But, hey, it looks a lot different from this morning. Got some shadows. That shit is actually look like the tray is already sitting on the table, even though there's no colors on it yet. But it's coming along. So, there is a good chance that I can be back in here later today, and if not, I'll catch you guys tomorrow afternoon in the after work stream. I appreciate everybody chilling here with us this morning. Hey, I hope y'all enjoy y'all day, man. Catch y'all next time. Peace.